the Metaverse Access Channel.
Let me bring you up to speed.
I'm Doug Hype. I'm Aaron Rodgers' guru.
No way. Wait.
No, Dougie, you rock.
Some of the top games into space.
The game is it seems to only have positives. Everybody seems to really like it.
I never played Dungeons and Dragons.
There is evil here.
But hey, I'm addicted. I've got 15 heroes now.
Amazing.
He's got something up his sleeve.
I learned that I'm kind of an esports geek now. Classy Games, you did fucking phenomenal.
You don't get these opportunities often to be able to just have some of the best players in a game.
That's just how you do it.
This is Web3 right here, baby. Let's go.
Don't forget to watch out for chunkers. Let's go.
Baby, I'm pumped for Dragon's Crossing.
Introducing Dragon's Crossing, an addictive Web3 game modeled after Dungeons & Dragons. With just 15 moves a day, you must find the right balance to navigate each zone and climb the leaderboard. In the meantime, you can also find NFTs that will bolster your chance to win or can be traded to other players.
Lots to do. You understand.
Season 1 gave out a whopping $13,000 in prizes, and we only expect it to grow from here. Make sure you're ready for Season 2 by picking up an NFT hero through our limited time mint or via the secondary market on OpenSea. Will you be our Season 2 champion? Check out our website, dragonscrossing.com, for more information. Let's go! Welcome to Dragon's Crossing. Dragon's Crossing is an old-school Pokemon-style RPG with elements of D&D and Diablo mechanics. Pretty cool. So you want to get your assets ready on the Arbitrum blockchain. You're going to need USDC and some ETH. Arbitrum is a popular Layer 2 blockchain with gas fees way cheaper than Ethereum. Oh look, a bridge. A bridge is a way to get your assets from one blockchain to another.
Doug Hype, I love you, my man.
One way to bridge is to use Synapse. But I'm going to show you my favorite new way on Sushi Swap. Go to sushi.com and hit that button to enter the app. And this is what's cool. You can bridge and swap at the same time.
It is time.
It's amazing. To start, hit that button that says cross-chain. First, you select your original blockchain. We got Ethereum. And then you select the destination blockchain, Arbitrum 1. We're going to be sending over ETH and swapping it over to USDC.
Baby, I'm pumped for Dragon's
First, you
Crossing.
approve the bento box.
I'm going to send
Then you hit
a
swap.
bunch of money right in there in Arbitrum.
This is the thing to keep in mind. With Dragon's Crossing, you'll need USDC and you'll need to have Ethereum to pay for gas.
And I'm going to
There you have it. Now you're all set to mint or play Dragon's Crossing. Don't forget to watch out for chunkers. Let's go! Welcome to Dragon's Crossing, a fully complete roguelike RPG brought to you by Team Punch. With amazing graphics, look at that thirst trap. Immersive environments with booming voiceovers and cinematic soundtracks. You dare face a chunker? If you die, you lose all of your items, baby. But did you know Dragon's Crossing is a cutting-edge, sustainable Web3 game built on long-term tokenomics, baby? Dragon's Crossing. Will you survive? Dragon's Crossing. Let's go! Introducing Dragon's Crossing, an addictive Web3 game modeled after Dungeons & Dragons. With just 15 moves a day, you must find the right balance to navigate each zone and climb the leaderboard. In the meantime, you can also find NFTs that will bolster your chance to win or can be traded to other players.
Lots to do. You understand.
Season 1 gave out a whopping $13,000 in prizes, and we only expect it to grow from here. Make sure you're ready for Season 2 by picking up an NFT hero through our limited time mint or via the secondary market on OpenSea. Will you be our Season 2 champion? Check out our website, dragonscrossing.com, for more information. Let's go!
You are watching Hype TV, the Metaverse Access channel.
Let me bring you up to speed.
I'm Doug Hype. I'm Aaron Rodgers' guru.
No way.
No, Dougie, you rock.
Some of the top games into space.
The game is like, it seems to only have positives. Everybody seems to really like it.
I never played Dungeons and Dragons,
There is evil
but
here.
hey, I'm addicted. I've got 15 heroes now.
Amazing.
He's got something up his sleeve.
I learned that I'm kind of an esports geek now. Classy Games, you did fucking
You
phenomenal.
don't get these opportunities often to be able to just have some of the best players in a game.
Like, that's just how you do it.
This is Web3 right here, baby. Let's go.
Don't forget to watch out for chunkers. Let's go!
Hype, baby. I'm pumped for Dragon's Crossing.
You are watching Hype TV, the Metaverse Access channel.
Let me bring you up to speed.
I'm Doug Hype. I'm Aaron Rodgers' guru.
No way.
No, Dougie, you rock.
Some of the top games into space.
The game is like, it seems to only have positives. Everybody seems to really like it.
I never played Dungeons and Dragons,
There is evil
but
here.
hey, I'm addicted. I've got 15 heroes now.
Amazing.
He's got something up his sleeve.
I learned that I'm kind of an esports geek now. Classy Games, you did fucking
You
phenomenal.
don't get these opportunities often to be able to just have some of the best players in a game.
Like, that's just how you do it.
This is Web3 right here, baby. Let's go.
Don't forget to watch out for chunkers. Let's go!
Hype, baby. I'm pumped for Dragon's Crossing.
You are watching Hype TV, the Metaverse Access channel.
Let me bring you up to speed.
I'm Doug Hype. I'm Aaron Rodgers' guru.
No way.
No, Dougie, you rock.
Some of the top games into space.
The game is like, it seems to only have positives. Everybody seems to really like it.
I never played Dungeons and Dragons,
There is evil
but
here.
hey, I'm addicted. I've got 15 heroes now.
Amazing.
He's got something up his sleeve.
I learned that I'm kind of an esports geek now. Classy Games, you did fucking
You
phenomenal.
don't get these opportunities often to be able to just have some of the best players in a game.
Like, that's just how you do it.
This is Web3 right here, baby. Let's go.
Don't forget to watch out for chunkers. Let's go!
Hype, baby. I'm pumped for Dragon's Crossing.
You are watching
Surprise! Surprise! Happy America Day! America!
What's up, America?
We're about freedom and freedom in Web3. Erica, how are you doing? Do you think I have enough America happening? I have it behind me. I have in my drink. I have a hot dog. I got Doritos. I got beer and lemonade.
Nice.
Line and Kugels, Wisconsin beer.
Oh, I
got
love
my
Line and
America
Googles. I used to live in Minnesota and I used to drink that all the time. Line and Googles, so good.
Midwest nice. That's what we're doing on this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Summer Shandy, half beer, half lemonade. When I put it in this magnificent cup I got from Walmart, you know, I texted my mom, and she's like, "Did you wear that fur coat to the store?" And she sees the picture of me wearing it in the store, like asking me a question, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, the Midwest people.
Yeah.
They're back.
Your flag
handle
isn't showing up. Like it's the green screen is like not making it show up.
So the thing that happened, guys, is that I have like my whole camera set up for web streaming and all this stuff. Like I have I'm a filmmaker, so I have nice gear, like an A7S III and all these big cameras. But the problem is I upgraded my operating system and now like none of them work with it anymore. So now I'm just using like my webcam today until I fix it. I'm going to fix it tomorrow. Anyways. Yeah. And you know, talking about classy things is really what I like.
Oh, we're live. Okay.
We're live.
That's good.
Yeah. We went early.
Oh,
we went early. Brown Gent's here,
Spicy.
but let's do this. Introducing Dragon's Crossing.
You are watching Hype TV, the Metaverse Access channel.
Let me bring you up to speed.
I'm Doug Hype. I'm Aaron Rodgers' guru.
No way.
Wait.
No, Dougie, you rock.
Some of the top games into space.
The game is like, it seems to only have positives. Everybody seems to really like it.
I never played Dungeons and Dragons.
There is evil here.
But hey, I'm addicted. I've got 15 heroes now.
Amazing.
He's got something up his sleeve.
I learned that I'm kind of an esports geek now. Classy Games, you did fucking
You
phenomenal.
don't get these opportunities often to be able to just have some of the best players in a game.
Like, that's just how you do it.
This is Web3 right here, baby. Let's go.
Don't forget to watch out for chunkers. Let's go!
Baby, I'm pumped for Dragon's Crossing.
You are watching Hype.
That's it, baby.
All right, that was epic.
The stars
Okay.
are here of the video.
That was awesome.
Look,
I
Brown
love
Gen's
that.
here. No, I gotta kick Brown Gen off. He's not one of the stars of the video. I'm sorry, Brown Gen. Look, when I make these videos, I just channel the metaverse and things just come out of me. And when Erica just yelled in the video, like, classy games, like, oh my God, I was like, and then I watched the video of you, like, and the things I went and searched that out and I found it. And I was like, holy, like, classy, you're a fucking legend. Like, oh my, you're so goddamn talented. And not, I mean,
rizzed up
your
over
channel, your channel is obviously super amazing, right? Like, you make me want to play Spider Tanks and all this stuff, and I'm just like, that game looks okay, but then I'm like, but Classy's playing it, so now I have to. Okay, this is what we're dealing with here, and your ability to bring classiness to the shout like meta, you know what I mean? Like most gaming people, like the ones that get paid $100 million, all they do is act like degens and go crazy and shout and act weird and yell over each other. But you, sir, show up with a tie and then scream in people's faces. And that is what we're all about here. And then we have Erica with a beautiful like background. Look how classy she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we are coming together today, which is an amazing, amazing thing. And Brown Gent's here too. Okay, so all four of us were part of the Twitter beefs yesterday, also in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, first, what happened was we had a fellow who tweeted about all influencers being terrible, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, hey, buddy, that's a little bit mean. Maybe you shouldn't group everybody together. Then he was like, you wouldn't get it because you don't have like a following. And I was like, wait. And then Erica was like blasting him. And then Classy made a whole video, like a half an hour video about it, which was so good. Like everything that's good about like Web3, gaming, and the influencers and people that are here are often the ones that are putting in the extra effort to try to create things, create content, connect to the community, open up a Discord, hang out with everybody, creating the environment and the community that you see around you is what a lot of these people are doing and working their butts off, right? And then Brown Gent jumps in and he starts just smacking people around last night. And I was just watching this whole thing happen like a heavyweight fight just from like, I'm like Bobby Heenan on the sideline just chuckling, right? And my point is, what's up, Brown Gent? How are you doing? You're broadcasting us from a limo, I think, right now?
No, from my cab, but yeah, whatever.
Are you on your way to the Gucci store? Is that what's happening?
No, home.
Could be the Gucci store. I got a bunch of Gucci stuff.
Do you think they have hot dogs there?
No.
Do you like my background? I need an eagle flying around, I think.
Is that the closest you got with AI?
Yeah, well, I mean, I added in some of the elements myself. It's partly me too, because I'm also AI. But my point is that, so I was in Twitter spaces this morning with guys like Flu and stuff, people I really respect. I told them what happened yesterday, and they're like, Doug, you're above this. Don't worry about it. I'm like, no, it's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about because you saw people rallying to talk about what they care about, to talk about what's important to them and why they're doing what they do, right? Erica, do you want to start and just say kind of like, we don't have to be specific about that incident, but about like kind of like the general idea what happened and like why you like basically wanted to slap people across the face in the streets?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I do, like, I really, really care about this community. Like, y'all are my friends. I've met a lot of the gaming community in person. So, like, it's not just like internet friends, whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like, y'all are like my real friends. Like, I talk to you guys more than I talk to some of like my high school friends and like my besties from, you know, forever ago, and that will be my friends till the end. But like, I really, really care. I really give a shit about this community. And so when somebody says something that is basically shitting on all of the content creators that are in the space and saying that we're all paid shills, like, bro, no, we're fucking not. Like, you don't talk about my friends like that.
Well, I am, but I mean, you guys aren't.
But no, like, you don't talk about my friends like that, because that is absolutely untrue. And there's so much more that goes into it. And usually I do, like, I stay in my own lane. I try to avoid the drama. Like, I give my energy to like positive things, but like, I really had to just say something. And what I found out is that after I put out my tweet, then Crypto Stash was like, actually, this is about me. And and then he went into his story about exactly what happened. And I believe Crypto Stash over the other person.
Well, we
I'm not going
gotta
to give him any.
make this very clear.
Yeah.
My whole experience ever, and you guys probably have a similar experience with Crypto Stash, super upfront, and he tweeted about everything and said what happened. And he was just like, whatever, dude. Like, he wasn't trying to really start beef so much as just to be like clarity. Like, this is what actually happened, dude. Everyone decide for yourself, which is literally what we should be doing in this space. Clarity, transparency, and just being chill and cool. Don't throw blame at people and start talking trash and stuff and whatever. And so when that happened, I was just like, dude, it was crazy, but also all the people involved, that kind of like all of us here or whatever, was just so bizarre. And it felt like this wholesome moment that made me feel so good, because there is a lot of like scammy Ponzi stuff in Web3, right? Like, I was in Twitter space this morning, and I was like, it's probably like 95% Ponzi-ish, where people are just making a project just because it's Web3 and they think they can get money fast, right? It's an opportunity for them. But gaming is different, man. Like, we're trying to really build games here. Like, for example, Dragon's Crossing is community people from other gaming systems that are like, hey, we want to build a game like we want, and we want it to be about the community, where the community really is important, right? So when you have the ability to do that in Web3, it's really freaking amazing. So we can't lump everybody in together. And that's just kind of my thoughts, Erica. But like, that's really important to know. In fact, Stash got back to me about it and was like laughing about it and said, thanks for the support and stuff. And I was talking to him about even coming on the show today, but you think he's busy or something. Anyways, my point is that everybody that's been on the show, and you guys and everyone's been so gracious and amazing. And I'm just so grateful for it. Like, nobody has to come on here and hang out and eat Doritos with us and like talk about whatever. Like, and we talk a lot about Dragon's Crossing stuff. And even if you don't like that, because Classy, you mentioned how when you talk to Stash, like, he might like a game and you don't, and you disagree, but it's fine. You know what I mean?
It's okay, yeah.
If you think Dragon's Crossing is terrible, that's totally fine. I'm like, please just tell me what you think. That's great. Play the games that you want to play. In fact, Flu, one of the main investors of this game and why I got into the game, is sitting over playing like heavy metal right now and not playing. I mean, he's playing Dragon's Crossing, but mostly he's playing heavy metal. You know what I mean? And I'm like, cool, do what you want, man. Like, don't. And he's like, you can't mess with him because he just does exactly what he wants to do, and he doesn't complain, right? So Erica, that was an amazing tweet, because you kind of rallied everybody in this like beautiful way of community and stuff. If you had that quality about yourself this whole time, like through your whole careers, that's kind of like something that you like have as like part of who you are. That, because I feel like that's a lot of what people in our situation are about. It's about community driven and bringing people together.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what it's about for me too. Like, it is about the community. Like, we did all band together. And like, from like going back to like, I always go back to this, but going back to like 3XP, like, that's like really, I mean, I believed in it before, but like, it really cemented it for me. Like, all of these people are in this for the right reason. And Classy, I watched your video, like, kudos to you. That was amazing as well.
The one last night.
Yep, the one that you put out last night.
One in the morning, yeah.
Or in the morning. Well, I watched it this morning.
Yeah. I was shocked, Classy. I have probably never seen. I mean, Erica, your tweet was super amazing. One of my favorite things I've ever seen in Web3. And then Classy, your video like was even a whole nother level, man. Like, what was your thought process in making the video? Did you just see what was going on and immediately just jump in and make one?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's always been you never want to tear anyone down. And that's a big point you want to echo here. The
Right.
main purpose of that video is I feel like we've heard that a million times before where, oh, all these Web3 gaming companies are doing bad things. Web2 gaming companies, they're at least honest with what they're doing. And so it's perfectly fine to cover them, but not okay to cover Web3 games
Yeah.
only because I don't like how they're doing things. And so if you're doing it, then you're a bad person. When in all reality, it's like, well, if you don't like the Web 2 game and you don't like how they're running their game and their monetization model, aren't they also bad?
Right.
They're not bad because
I don't
know.
They admit that they're terrible and just
exactly.
Right.
They admit that they're terrible or they try to hide it in some way. And it's getting ridiculous at this point because it's like he's one of the biggest representatives of the space and he's always echoed the same thing. But all of a sudden, when he stops being compensated, he changes his model on everything. Once he's cashed out, he's done with everybody.
The thing is that he didn't quit. He was technically let go, which is really weird.
Yes, he didn't quit. He got let go. Yes.
And I was just kind of like, and I was talking to him about coming on this show and everything. And I just talked to people. My whole thing is that even my response in that tweet, which is now deleted and everything, was, bro, it's all about actual business and relationship building. Like we are in gaming or doing whatever, but like you need to be a professional. You need to treat people well and build relationships with them. Like what you see in the streets and on Twitter, half of it's just for fun. Like, you know what I mean? And like, whatever, like, but when it comes to real reality, if you go on LinkedIn with that like attitude, everyone's going to like kick you to the streets. You're never going to get a job or work with anyone or build relationships with any business. No. You know, it's just not going to work. So it's really crazy how like, so in my mind, I'm like, dude, I want to go off on this guy, but like, I don't really know him. So like, I'm just going to be like, whatever, and go off to the next thing. But then I saw you guys jump in and I was like, oh no, this is like amazing community rallying around like this idea. Brown Gent saying facts. Brown Gent. So then you jumped in too. You jumped in and started slapping him around and whatever and saying things. And he was like the bouncer coming in. Can you hear us, Brown Gent?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Brown Gent, who's the marketing director for Dragon's Crossing, and so he jumped in and saw it too. And it felt like all these people I knew were jumping in and saying stuff that to like kind of rally and be like, hey, there are things here that are really actually great. You know, Brown Gent's like said stuff like, hey, me and Doug could be taking money from big time companies, but we don't. We're trying to go with things that actually are like important to us or that we think are valuable.
Doug, the thing that I found really annoying was this guy, if you look at his YouTube channel, 127,000 subs, got like 500 to 1,000 views on any recent video. But like the videos for him that took off, that got him all his subs, were ones where he was shilling NFT content shamelessly. Now, he hasn't done it recently and people have stopped caring about him. And that's maybe why he's being all pissy. But like, let's be honest here. He did that and he's projecting what he used to do on other people. And that's not factual. A lot of us could be way bigger in the space if he chose to do that. And you know what? We're doing the legit way. And for that guy to say that kind of stuff, he's completely out of line. So that's why,
something that really struck me in your video too, Classy, was that like you talked about how Gala Games came to you, right? And they're like, hey, we want to pay you for some of the stuff you're doing because you're working so hard. And we see what you're doing. Like, when I heard that and I'm looking at your YouTube all the time and seeing how hard you're working and the great content you're putting out, I go like, that's awesome for Gala Games. Good for them. Me and Brown Gent talked about this last night. They're like, that place seems like they're pretty doing some cool stuff. You know what I mean? Like, good for them. And that's how I got into Dragon's Crossing. I just showed up and started helping. And eventually they hired me. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to be there. I knew people involved. And I'm like, this is exactly the kind of project I really believe in. And yeah, they pay me and I do videos and I do all kinds of stuff. But you know what? I probably would have been doing it anyways, even without that happening. Plus, to be 100% transparent, a giant amount of the money I'm paid goes right back into the giveaways and putting stuff in the game. You know, and you do that, right? Like classic games, like you got so many damn spider tanks. Like,
shut up. I've definitely put more money than I've received from Gala, but that's just like, I actually like playing the game. So I invest.
That's what I'm saying though. My point is that like you play the game because you actually like it. Right.
I'm literally playing it right now. I'm renting out my things.
He's literally renting out his stuff. So he's not even paying attention to us. It's fine. I have my comfort drink. All right.
Yeah, I mean, the space in general is like that, though. I mean, you receive money, you put it into your content. A lot of what's out there on Web3 gaming just doesn't get a lot of views. And something I wanted to say on the video was like, I could just make Gala token videos all day and get like 10,000 views a video easily. It's like cake. But you instead decide, hey, you want a certain narrative to be a scene in Web3 gaming. When people look up the Gala Games algorithm, I don't want them to see, oh, this is the next 10x token. I want them to be able to see like, okay, this is just news on the company. This is how the games are going. And this is where it's developing. here's some gameplay, here's
Yes.
some cool stuff, and that's it. It's as simple as that. And that it hurts a lot.
You're
on
preaching
the
to the choir right now, Classy.
It's what you got to do. It's what you got to do.
Because we had this whole thing with Dragon's Crossing where they were going to have a token, they got rid of it because they were just like, we're not really sure about it, and it's so volatile, and it's going to attract people that don't care about gaming. Now, it would have made the project way more successful, but they sacrificed that to just have integrity. And when you talk about, hey, you don't really talk about the coins, you're not like showing the coins and stuff. And I know,
I showed how much I had. I have like 14 gala or something.
This is the thing. So that when I hear you say that, it's not just that I think it's great, but it's also the full transparency of you just saying exactly what you're doing, what you care about, what you think about the thing. Because this is the thing, when people don't tell you this real story of like what they think is when they're lying to you. When they go like, oh, they're shilling a coin, but in the back of their mind, they're like, this coin's junk. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just pumping it so that they can pump their bags and then cash out later, which is what like 90% of Web3 is. I mean, all these guys,
99, but yeah.
Dude, or what? Yeah, 99. Like literally, I have my DMs full of people like this. Especially when Pepe hit off, all of a sudden, all these people creating coins are like, "Doug, we need your help." Blah blah blah, and I'm like, "Get out of here with this." You know,
I did pretty good on Pepe,
and a lot of them are ones that you definitely have heard about and know about. Like they're in my DMs, and I'm like, because you know, we're here working hard. They see me around for the last year and a half, running big Twitter spaces, doing this stuff. They're like, Doug, if anybody can help us, you can, because people actually listen to you. You're not just some bullshit influencer guy that's just screaming at people, because you take the time to sit down with people and bring people together and have spaces for people to meet each other and build connections and relationships. And that's really what integrity comes from. And Brown Gent, your world is coming from working in marketing for big time companies and stuff. You understand this stuff so well from Web 2 and your world, and you come into Web 3 and it's almost difficult, right? Because people here kind of like miss out on a lot of these concepts of even what marketing is and how to like be a business person.
Ironically, which is not going to sound great, I work in the big pharma world, and there's a lot more parallels between that and Web3 than I'd like to sort of appreciate. Thankfully, I don't work for a company that sort of plays like, you know, sketchy and all that stuff, but there are pharma companies out there that sort of, you know, are well known for sort of doing that. So not familiar, but also at another level.
Well, you're also, so Brown Gent, if you got anybody's not familiar with Brown Gent really well, like you're really, really good in things like DFK and Dragon's Crossing of understanding like, hey, here's how to buy and sell and do things and just understand the market. But you do it in a way to help people not ruin themselves. You're not sitting there being like, oh, you better buy this coin or else. You're really super analytic and smart about it. Like you're one of the few people I will actually listen to and be like, hey, how do you see this situation, right? And so when Dragon's Crossing came in and you're the marketing person for that, I'm like, oh, they're really smart to hire you because you have not only this amazing marketing background, but you're also so good at analytics, poker, Magic the Gathering, jumping in tournaments and just wrecking shop. You know what I mean? And then he tells me the other day, he's like, I don't even know what's happening during Dragon's Crossing. I just push buttons while he's over here, like literally like fourth dimension genius level on the poker table and shit, right? And
I like mashing buttons.
You like smashing buttons. But my point is that like it's like a savant thing where you just love stuff so much you become really, really good at it, and you might be different than what people expect, right? But these are the kind of things I really love. And we got Chair here now too. Chair, I don't know if you saw the ruckus that was happening. How are you doing, man? Because the streets were full of blood yesterday, okay?
Oh, I haven't. No. Catch me up. What did I miss?
Well, we were just talking about it. He just jumped in. But basically, yesterday, someone tweeted that all influencers are just shills and you shouldn't trust any of them. And then Erica, me, Brown Gent, and Classic Games all like jumped in and gave our piece about that. Like, hey, there's people here that actually care. Yeah. And Classic made a whole video about it that he released last night. Like, it was a whole reckoning of people going like, bro, you kind of hurt our feelings because we spend every second of our life kind of trying to build this up and do good things. So, and his responses were not very nice. And then it was kind of like, oh, the gloves came off at a certain point a little bit, right? Like he talked down to me. He's like, Doug, you don't have a following. And I'm like, dude, I was like, have you not been in Web3? Because I literally walk the streets of Web3 and people run to me like fucking sheep. Like it's nuts, dude. Like what? Show up to a conference once. Come to one fucking conference and see who's running the whole fucking show, bro. At all the VIP dinners, all the shit. Please, dude. Like what, dude? Like you don't even know who the fuck you're talking to, man.
Well, for instance, I don't know who. You just mentioned some names and handles. I don't know who you're talking about. So right back at you there.
Well,
buddy,
the whole point is that it doesn't even matter. The point is that you should always be very like careful and nuanced with how you treat people in situations, right? Like,
yeah.
And so what happened? It was the guy was going to go on Stash's show yesterday, and he demanded Stash change the format of the show last second, or he wouldn't go on. And Stash was like, "No, dude, like I'm not going to just change everything." He's like, "This is the show that we planned, and we're just going to do it and whatever." And then so like they didn't have the show, and then he tweeted that influencers are all shills and they only do things because they're paid. And I got kicked off a show because they wouldn't, because of like my this and that, right? Which is, it was just basically bogus. Anyways, my point is, Erica had an awesome tweet about it. Classy made an awesome video. Me and Brown Gent were in there too doing stuff. And it really made me think about, like, what do I care about? What's important? Like, what are we even doing here in Web3? So me and Classy Games last night are messaging too. And I'm like, hey, you play Spider Tanks and you're so excited about it. I have to try the game now. I have to try it. So last night I'm here playing Spider Tanks.
You have to, yeah.
I was playing it. I'm on my Mac. It crashed after a while, but I tried it out.
You should ask me to play with you.
We're going to play Spider Tanks, Classy. So, but I got to get it all set up and everything. I'll talk to you about that. It'll be fine. But my whole point is that I want to do this show to do Web3 gaming and other stuff too. Biz, dev, tech, all these things, like cool stuff, bring on musicians, whatever. Just have the show be fun, mega streams where people can hang out, just like we do in Twitter Spaces. In Twitter Spaces, we do this, where you have a mashup of all kinds of things. Maybe there's a theme. It's fun. I did that for a year, man, and it was cool, but it's exhausting. I don't know who people really are half the time. And then you just get all these people that are yelling Pepe Coin the whole time, bro. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to kick you in the teeth, bro. Like, you want to play
It's fun, though. It's fun.
Check you in the forehead. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. Can we be adults for 5 seconds, man? I didn't borrow this fur coat forever just to, like, buy a Pepe coin, all right? I'm here to make friends and do something with my life. And, like, for example, when I first heard the town hall video of Dragon's Crossing, Bloater Punch and all these guys, and I heard they had been spending a whole year investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in making a game and didn't even tell anyone, and then they released it, and they hired us to, like, announce it, and a month later, basically, just release the game and do all of it, I was like, nobody does that. And plus they had all this integrity and stuff. And I was like, no one does it. Everyone shows up and says, give us your money so that we can make a game and do things and whatever, right? Like, as far as at least the smaller people, like the bigger studios like All Games can do a little bit differently, right? Like people have like more money and stuff. So there's always exceptions to the things. But my point is that when you see other people putting tons of time and effort into something because they really believe it, like Bloater Punch, the founder, he's written fantasy novels and D&D stuff, and he's worked for like Alienware, and he works for a Fortune 50 company, and he's a professor of analytics. Like, the guy has a background that's literally crafted to make a game like this, right? And it's his passion. He woke up in the middle of the night, he's like Sandwich Punch, I gotta make this game, man. I don't care. I gotta do it. And then he's like, we're gonna do it. And so, anyways, my point is, when other people see us here that are on the video and on these streams, whether it's you guys or other people that are coming on later, Chair, your program, and you do all kinds of stuff with your project, when people see you working and busting your butt, they want to show up and help. It's like that story Stone Soup that's like centuries old, where a beggar shows up to town and they're like, hey, please give me some food. I'm hungry. They're like, get out of here. And they go in the center of town and they have a pot and they put rocks in it and boil the rocks, and people come by and they're like, what are you making? Oh, I'm making stone soup. They're like, what's that? Well, I'm like, it's all these things, but I just need some potatoes. So eventually all the different people come by and he lists different ingredients one to each person, and they all bring stuff, and he makes a whole big thing of soup and everyone eats it, right? And why does that happen? Because herd mentality. Our brains are programmed to look at people that are working hard and doing things that we really admire and wanting to be part of it. And so, and not to ask for things and be like, give me stuff. It's like, what can we do together? What can I do to help you? So when you do that, that's what real influence is, right? When you're out here busting your butt, playing the games, helping people have info and insider tips, and have community and have a place to hang out, right? Like all the people that are in the comments right now, there's all these people. Kong, Erica's commenting too. And we got Jacob, and we got Brown Gents down in there while I was on the show. Kung Fu, like all these people, and most of them are from Dragon's Crossing, but other places too. And we saw when J-Chains came on the show, his people came on and started blasting everything about Bambi. And the people that are out there seeing you kick butt, like when I see someone like Stash who puts tons of time and effort, or even like Dr. Disrespect, these guys put all this effort into like the branding, all this stuff, the presentation, the Discord, everything has a brand to it. It makes you feel like you have an experience like you're in a movie. I wasn't really familiar with those guys when I created this whole thing for me. And I saw them and I was like, oh my God, like, that's so cool. I really, really liked it a lot. Obviously I'm doing it myself. Like I like to do this stuff. I come from Hollywood, and I freaking love it. And it gives you a place to hang
West
out.
Side.
What's up, Erica?
West Side.
West Side for life. So we're talking about this topic, Chair, and that's the thing that happened was that, like, you know, even in Web3, like, you got Jordan Belfort running around still scamming people and stuff, and people fall for it, whatever. But the point is, you got to look past just the front, like, surface of stuff. You got to get to know people, talk to them in the DMs. You know what I'm saying, Chair?
Look at what I think the best to your point of what people are actually doing versus just influencers. The influencers who are scammers, more often than not always, but more often than not, they're the ones not doing anything more than tweeting and hosting spaces. And what else are you doing?
And then the whole time they're thinking about how can I turn this into a thing to make my own project and make like $10 million. That's what they're all thinking. I know. I was with the whole genesis of the Nakamigos, and one of the main people running spaces and doing that stuff there with, like, you know, the ninjas and everything, right? And all this stuff. I run the fur coat version of the Nakamigos, that whole gang. This is the thing. Like, as soon as that became popular, you saw all the influencers knock it and FUD it like crazy. And then half of them made their own Nakamigo knockoff and made, you know, probably like 50 grand, 400 grand each, doing some like Monkey Migos thing, right? And saying, we're going to make a quick bag. It's just for fun. And they just, all these people just showed up to grift and make money off the concept of what Nakamigos was, right? And so if you were really paying attention, you realize almost every single influencer in the space, yes, 99% of them are complete pieces of trash. They're only there to make their own project and to make money off of an idea that someone else made. I know, because I'm in a lot of their chats, their private chats. They're like, Doug, what should we do? How can we make money off this situation? And I'm like, dude,
it's pretty scummy. Like, the first time you're exposed to that.
If you want to build something that's cool, but like,
Telegram.
Yeah, the whole thing, right? They're the secret private. Okay, we got like all these people coming to spaces. How can we make money off of them? That's literally what people talk about behind the closed doors, right? But Dr. Kong likes disrespect. That's really cool. 4.4 million subs. That's the thing. When you create community and a cool experience for people, so the community of this railing is really cool. And it takes time. People have been around that are usually very popular on the internet, have been around for a while, right? Many years building it up. It takes a long time, man. Like, Stash has been doing it for a long time. Classic Games, I don't know how long you've been doing it. You've been doing it for
like a year and a half.
While. Yeah. It's a good amount of time. I just started doing the YouTube gaming stuff, like, I don't know, a month ago. I was doing other things. So, like, when On-Chain Gaming called me out for not having a following, I'm like, dude, I just started, and that's totally cool. Like, you know what I mean? Big props to the people that have been doing it for a long time. I've been doing other stuff, but I want to bust my butt and have fun with people and play games and do stuff because it's what America's about, freedom and having fun and kicking butt and taking names, okay? It's what we're doing here on the 4th of July. And I spend all my free time, you know, we do all this stuff, right? When I see Dr. Disrespect and all the amazing shit that he's pulled off, I'm like, dude, do you know how much time it takes? And not only that, but skill to work out of how to be good at it, right? Classy, when you're up there shoutcasting, you didn't just wake up one day and know how to do that. You've been doing this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I was in amateur challenger league, so like on League of Legends. So I literally like that was my day, just listening to people shout at me all day. So
that's
eventually
really fun.
get good at
You used to do a lot of League of Legends stuff, right?
Yeah, not casting, mostly just playing the game.
Right.
But I mean, if you're an amateur, you're always listening back on VODs, and it's like you just catch on.
I come from the world of like Madden, like, you know, the football game, and like all the people yelling at each other. And I used to a long time ago I was ranked and stuff. Nowadays I'm not quite that good. I'm still good, but I now once
you're not obsessed.
Once it became a whole thing. Now I didn't even play this year at all. I was just like, whatever. My Xbox wouldn't let me install it. It kept having errors, and I was like, you know what? Screw you, Madden. I don't even care, bro. Whatever. The game's been the same game for like the 10 years. It's like repeated, whatever. My point is, all these people just yell at each other, and especially if you play a game online, it's so junky and trashy. Everyone's like toxic and terrible. And I'm like, does anyone know how to talk trash that's not like a 3-year-old child? Like, can you talk trash like an adult? So when I see people that are actually
you go after his job.
Yeah. Like, people that are actually cool. Like, I love how you guys do it. I love how Disrespect does it and Crypto Stash. Like, when you can actually talk trash and have fun.
We talk smack, 100%.
Talk smack and have fun. Like, if we played Spider Tanks against each other right now, I talk so much trash, but I would be laughing at it. I'd be laughing at myself.
Dude, my last stream I was roasting the project manager of Spider Tanks for like 3 hours straight. Over this stupid tiger tank.
Be nice to the project managers. They have a hard job.
Right? Be nice to them.
No, but it was for fun. It was for fun. Yeah.
If you go in the Dragons Crossing Discord at All Classy, you'll see I'm talking trash all day nonstop. I'm the number 2 ranked person in the Discord. Okay. I don't even need to be in there. I'm in there. Every single person in the game I probably talk trash to at some point. Okay? That's how you know I care. All right? I'm not just showing up once a week. I'm literally the top dude in the Discord, dude. I'm number 2, but the number 1 ranked person's not even there anymore.
I don't know what number I am.
I'm now technically number 1 in the whole damn Discord as far as server rank, okay? So my point is if you stick around, you can tell this stuff. Like right now in the Dragons Crossing Discord, Bloater Punch is in there all day, every day. The founder fixing bugs nonstop, even though he has like 2 other jobs and a family, right? So these are the kind of things we see in the space, and we got to talk about it out loud because otherwise all you hear about is FUD. You know what I mean? All you hear is FUD and blah, 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 and this and that and whatever.
All day.
So, you know, like my life's going to be full of Dragons Crossing, Spider Tanks, and whatever else damn game I feel like playing. I might leave this show and go directly to Micro Center and just buy a goddamn PC. You don't even know. It's 4th of goddamn July. They're probably not open. But, you know, my crazy M1 Max, like Mac that I have, like doesn't play most of the games. So, like, whatever, you know, like.
You should buy an actual computer, yeah.
An actual
Like, I have a MacBook too, but you can't play games on that.
Yeah, an actual computer. What's really funny is I was watching some influencer last night talk about PC builds, and he was like, look, guys, just to be honest with you, in like 3 or 4 years, everything's going to be like a Mac. It's going to be like the, you know, silicone thing because it's so much better. He's like, Mac beat us to it. But right now, you got to go and buy all the things and the GPUs, and everything's built for that. Nothing's built for the
it's modular? You can actually get in there
modular,
and change it over time.
You can get in there. But like all the software is built for that. It's not built for the M1, you know, and especially because Windows did the whole DirectX thing where like all DirectX has to be only Windows. You have to block Mac basically. Yeah. So like there's this whole thing of like people are behind the scenes trying to backward engineer it and make it so it is compatible with Mac. And this Whiskey Project's doing it right now. I'm in their Discord and I'm like, please, can you make all the games compatible with Mac? You'll save me like $2,000 because I have like a crazy fast Mac that can destroy everything in its path, but it can't play it because Bill Gates was like, don't let him do it. You know, so it's the same thing as like the NVIDIA AMD wars where they're like trying to block each other's like DLSS and everything.
Android, iOS, same thing on Snapchat,
like,
bunch of those apps.
You're my game. You can't play Star Wars with your.
Hey Doug, you need to check out Hyperplay because they allow Mac as well. So definitely check them out. Unless you buy a PC tomorrow.
Erica, you're so good at plugging.
No, I'm not trying to plug. I'm trying to help you, dude. That's what I like to do.
That's what I'm saying.
What about people who have a Mac and they want to play and they can't afford to go out and buy a PC tomorrow?
Well, there's also GeForce now. You can use that to like play some games. There's a lot of different things you can do, but Web3 games and stuff, whatever. My point is, I want to be the best. And then I saw Crypto Stash is building like a 4090 system.
Oh yeah, I've got that. Yeah, it's great.
He's in his garage right now, probably like using that water thing like they do in American Chopper and just like doing stuff to his machine, you know? Because he's like cutting out parts and stuff. Is he going to put like a Stash logo on his machine? Because if I was him, I would do that.
That'd be sick.
Right? He's showing you all that. He's like literally, it's like one of those reality shows. He's in the shop, like, you know, Mythbusters. Like I'm making the thing and doing the stuff. And I'm like, do we need to have a build off? And then I saw him drop like he's throwing a 490 system together. I'm like, oh, so you're just spending a lot of money just cause like,
yeah,
best. And I was like, I think I'm going to lose. I'd have to walk into Micro Center and be like, give me all the most expensive things you have in this entire place. They're like, sir, that'll be like $30,000, sir. Like, that's the level Stash is going. So big ups to him for that. He seems to have a lot of fun with it. And so that's what I want to do, guys. Like, you know, Chair, like, are you on a PC right now?
No, I've been on a Mac for a while. And
what about you, Erica?
PC.
Okay. So on this half, we're Mac and a half PC. All right. We have some battles. But you also
game on a Mac,
stuff, right?
I have ways.
You have different ways. You probably have like a Mac. You
plays like Minecraft.
Do you have Boot Camp? I don't
play Minesweeper.
Minesweeper.
That makes sense.
I never learned how to play that ever.
Oh my god, yeah,
Minesweeper is pretty amazing. Actually, I love Minesweeper. Well, I have an AM1 or an M1 Mac, so I can't do Boot Camp. It won't let you, which is so dumb. But whatever. I mean, it's just so. Part of the thing that they did for the promo campaign, these Macs, is they showed you how well it played games, the games it could play, and it just destroyed them. You were like, oh my God, this is completely nuts how good it is. And then you're like, but then later on you find out it can only play like 10% of games. So it's like, okay, that's not helpful. Thanks, DirectX Act 12. Thanks so much, buddy. Anyway, so it's a lot of fun and everything, you know what I mean? And so To catch everyone up to speed also, so last night, like this morning, basically was the season 2 launch of Dragon's Crossing. And so people started playing the games. We were online last night helping people with bugs and filtering all that out, and everything's working great now, and everyone's having a good time. And now the thing is funny, classy games.
Yeah.
Everyone's dying. Like they go into realm 1 and they're all like, and dying's really bad. You lose all.
Yeah,
your
you lose
items.
everything, right?
Yeah, you just lose the stuff. Like it's a
people are just
roguelike
molding.
game. It's like D&D roguelike where if you die, it's like really like you for real die. You lose your items, you go back to the beginning, whatever. Now, right in the beginning, it's not that bad. It's worse if you do it a little bit later, I guess, because your items you found and stuff, because you have to find the items. Basically, it's one of those games where it's like whenever you accomplish anything, it feels amazing because it's like kind of really hard. And talking trash is a lot of fun because I'm like, dude, 30 people today just told me they died like right away. And anyways, it's one of those things. So, and everybody has their own taste in games, so it attracts a lot of people that like that. People like, and also the devs are in the Discord, literally like adjusting things before the season release. And I'm listening to them, and I'm like, you're just trying to make this game even harder. You just want me to die like left and right. And they're like, that's true.
That's
and
the
I'm
idea.
like,
Yeah.
I love being able to just talk to the devs, and they're like, Doug, the more you complain, the more worse I'm going to make it. And I'm just like, can I send you cookies in the mail, please? Like, what's your favorite kind of cake? You know? Like, what do I need to do to grease the wheels? Can you make my skills that I have like not totally tank? Like, can you? I spend all this money on these skills, bro. Okay. And everyone else was smart and waited to buy the skills till they got adjusted, and I'm sitting there buying them, being like, I think this one's going to be good. I need to get berserk. I need berserk. But I love that stuff. So we're going to go more into that stuff later and everything, and we'll show people playing the game and stuff like that. But okay, so let's go around the room right now. And let's talk about like what games you're playing and like what things are like getting you jacked up right now about like the Web3 space. Erica, maybe you should go first because you're on my left and I got to eat this hot dog.
Yeah, absolutely. So the game that I've been playing Web 2 games actually. Like I downloaded Planet Zoo. Is that what it's called? And then I played like a couple indie games. So
Is that the one Logan Paul did?
No,
I don't think so.
That's
no.
a joke, guys. It's not even a real game.
I was like, I don't think
he
so.
never
Maybe.
made the game. Where's
Yeah.
CoffeeZilla? I need him right. Someone get CoffeeZilla on the show. Anyways,
No, but the game that I'm super, super excited about that's coming up, and by the way, this is not a paid shill, okay? They're not paying me. It's Metapixel Grand Saga. So they're getting ready for their playtest in just a couple days here. And then there's a couple other games also that are revving up. So the rest of this week, like after today, like it's going to be really busy. I'm going to be streaming all of those games.
So this is part of the reason I asked that is because I want to come on your guys' shows, or you could do here, whatever, and do stuff like that with you. Find the games that you like, whatever you're doing. I want to go there and do that with you guys. Like you guys come here and hang out with me, and I'm like kicking down doors, so excited. I'm like, yes, I'm making friends, and I can play games with them, and they're not like the 3-year-old children online that like scream at you, right? I mean, yes, you might be close to that
a little
because
bit
you're shorter, but like, yeah, but like you're like what they should all like hope to be. You know what I'm saying? Like they should hope to be like you. Okay. So Erica, that'll be a lot of fun, and we can also maybe do Dragon's Crossing stuff. You own those things too, and we can have a lot of fun with that stuff. We can spread wholesomeness, right? Like I told Jay, Chains and Stash when they came on the show, we're forming like the Avengers, but wholesomeness. We're having friendship and actually caring about what we do, and we're having fun as what we're doing. So like when I make these videos and I'm like screaming at people, it's because I actually like the job I'm doing, you know, like, and not only that, I want all you guys out there to be able to do what we do. If you haven't done this before, if you're afraid to come on camera, like every week almost I get people to come on camera that have never been on a live stream before or never even been on any video stream or even a Zoom, you know, like they're shy. A lot of people are from Asia where they're very shy over there. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I got them to come on, people from the community, and they DM me. They're like, does my voice sound weird? Like, this is really awkward. I'm like, no, this is so good. And then those are the people that start becoming your real friends because you help them push past a barrier, and now they feel like a rock star. And I don't know if you've noticed, but that's what the fuck I'm all about, all right? Like, let's fucking go. Or I spent my whole career as a filmmaker, photographer, making everyone feel like rock stars, making them feel awesome, feel great.
That's how you make it.
That's how you do it, baby. And like, then one day I found Web3 and I'm like, guess who the rock star is now? This motherfucker right here is.
We got to lift each other up. Exactly.
But it's fun, man. We're having, you know what I mean? You got to have that vibe. You got to set it. And like, it's just a lot of fun. you attract the kind of people that you like. Like we got nouns over here. Like, so we got Chair over here. And Chair, you're so kind. You're patient and stuff. Sometimes I kick you off the show and you're like, thanks for kicking me off the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was. So we got to know about Chair. Chair, are you actually a noun?
I don't hold a legit bona fide noun, but I have a NarsDAO noun and an Avagachi, the Gachi, nounish Gachi.
I did the promo video for the announced party here at Eat Denver. I got pretend hired to shoot it.
Tight. Yeah, I got these at Pizza Day, Pizza DAO's Pizza Day.
Pizza DAO
nouns.
You were just introduced me to the other Pizza DAO guy.
Oh, nouns.
Was Magic or what his name is? What's his name?
Yes, yeah. Magic is heavy. He's the one who got me into.
I saw that on his. You know when people get me in like group messages, I'll go and I'll stalk them and I'll be like, "You motherfucker, you're in Pizza DAO. Let's fucking rock and roll, man." Let's get
now, Snacks
you
is
the pizza. They get like these huge pizza parties.
Yeah.
In the Pizza
DAO.
Free
pizza parties. That's what Pizza DAO stands for. Universal Basic Pizza. Everyone gets free pizza if they throw an event. It's free pizza for everyone. And I've been to countless ones at this point because they do want to like every big event. This European stretch of conferences that's coming up.
They get like tons of pizza, right? Like it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, like we spent $800 on pizza for the Venice Beach, Southern California one.
I kicked him off.
Oh, and he's gone.
I kicked you off again.
You
never expected that. Chair was like, I'm comfortable.
Why'd you rub Chair?
$100 on pizza.
That's a lot of pizza.
And like we ran like that was we could have spent more. We also ran out of the vegan pizza like really quickly, and then all the vegans were disappointed. And I'm like, it was others like you.
Hangry vegans.
It wasn't me. Yeah, we got like 4 vegan pizzas and they're just gone. And then like the gluten-free went fast.
Not a fan.
But this is low-level logistics. It was an amazing success.
Like you talking about the vegan like thing.
I said not a fan. Was that Classy that said not a fan? I thought it was Doug.
All right, hold on.
You have to have options for everyone.
Classy, when you're gaming and playing Spider Tanks, like what's your snack go to? What do? Do you have like a big bowl of Doritos like this?
Well, I usually have like a Celsius and then like chips or pizza. Or
your seltzer water. He's got the seltzer water, baby.
No, it's Celsius. I have like sparkling water too, but I get bored of drinking water.
Oh, dang it. I'm just gonna call it. I just like saying the word
seltzer. Just say it's fine.
I love it. That's why I went to Stash's show. Jay Chain's in the comments.
Yeah,
and I gave him that super chat where I was like, "Here's $5 so you guys can each have a spritzer," and they just started laughing hard. And I'm just like, here, have a spritzer. What's that from? Like Caddyshack the movie or something? Like you want a spritzer?
Like some things, yeah, something like that.
It's like the old spritzer. Like yacht club, like
the most like boomer term on the planet.
It's like boomer terminology when you're at like the
he was the only one that understood that on the stream. I guarantee.
Yeah. Jay Chain was dying, and like so and that's the thing is like you go golfing or something, and you're at like the old clubhouse, and you're like you want a spritzer. I guarantee if you go there right now to a clubhouse, someone will offer you a spritzer. Okay, boomers love that stuff. And hey, boomers like to party too, baby. They're putting stuff in that spritzer.
Oh, they're doing crazy stuff.
I mean, you know what's happening at the White House, bro. What do you think's happening at the clubhouse? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Mm-hmm. Everyone's like Hunter Biden's at the White House. There's white stuff everywhere.
Clone Wars, yeah.
If I was Hunter, okay, just so you know, if I was Hunter Biden and my dad was president of the United States, what do you think I would be doing at the White House? I would be partying so hard at the White House. So hard. Like,
I mean,
dude,
Biden like probably goes to bed at like 7:30. So,
but think about this: you're at the White House, like you invite Steve Aoki over. You know what I'm saying? Play some music, some jamming. Like, let's party at the White House, bro. What? Like, do you know what rich people do? Rich people, that's what they do all day long. They do drugs and party. Okay. Anyway, so now, Classy, to you, what we know that you like Spider Tanks, but let's talk more about whatever Spider Tanks. What are you playing? What are you into right now? What do you like to do in Web3 gaming?
Oh my god. Okay, so what am I playing right now? I'm playing a lot of Spider Tanks. I played a tiny bit of Gods Unchained. I want to try My Pet Hooligan. I haven't tried it yet though. I played it on 3.
Do you want to throw it up on the screen right now and show us your favorite little pet on the game?
And what? My Pet Hooligan
or whatever? I don't know, something.
I don't know, dude. I mean, I got like
share and tell something. Show us something.
I got you. I'll share and tell.
Share and tell.
My Pet Hooligan is fun, but it's hard.
Eventually, we're gonna like share and tell like Dragon's Crossing, but I want you guys to share and tell first.
I'm sending it. All right, let's throw the Spider Tanks up. This is definitely not my tank
it's
right here.
Blank right now. I can't see.
Oh,
are you sure you have the correct window?
Hold up.
We have a technical error. It's okay. Well,
Fuck it. Send this shit.
All right, here we go.
All right, so here's the intel on spider tanks, because a lot of people don't actually know this. But so the ones I actually own, I can't actually show you because they're on the drop pods right now. This game actually has direct lending, just like Axie Infinity and some of those other games.
Lending them out, yeah.
Yeah, but they kind of force you to do a 50-50 split, so you can't just scam your scholars, right? Like, you actually have to be ethical there, which I think is a great thing.
Very nice.
But generally speaking, like in this game, if you're going to be playing, you need to be using tanks like a crossbow or a bouncer gun, or just level 30 tanks in general that have medium bodies, because they regenerate energy pretty much the fastest, and they've got pretty damn good armor. In this game, like, light bodies are trash, heavy bodies are also pretty trash. So there's always like a middle ground here.
A middle body.
Yeah, it's like one of the games where like middle grounds here.
So,
but like my famous tank is the Blade Spinner, because the Blade Spinner, it's beast. Like, I went on a 28 game win streak the other day with this thing.
That's really cool. If you went and tried to buy a Blade Spinner, like, how much is that, like, on the open market?
Let me check right now. Let me check.
Yeah, what is it?
Let's see.
I'm trying to throw some anti-shade at you right now. Like,
no, you are throwing major shade here, because I bet this thing's expensive.
Oh, it probably is the best one in the game.
Because it's a hero tank. It's like a special tank.
The special one, right. But are there ones that are like more affordable, like $30 or something, right?
I mean, you can buy a tank on the actual store.
Right. I'm just asking if it's like something that's easy for people.
Dude, it is not affordable. I'm sorry. It used to be a lot more expensive. Like, you used to spend like $1,000 to upgrade a tank maxed out.
Really?
Nowadays, they release these Generation 2 tanks that come level 0. This tank, for example, is like, what, 78 silk. And then if you go on CoinGecko, go to the price of silk right here. What, 78 is like...
Stuff.
What, $24? But then you have to like max out the weapon, and that's going to be like $100 to $200.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's like special little apps here that you can go to check out how much exactly it's going to be. For example, like if you went on this upgrade calculator and you win Generation 2, this is a Generation 2 part. It's a weapon. It's an uncommon weapon. You went like maybe 15 perfects and 15 excellence, which is like normal. It would cost a lot, you know, like. That's 1,974 silk or $630 to max this thing out like OP. So it's like,
but you can borrow stuff though too. You can like like borrow a tank.
Yeah, everybody just borrows. Like if you go on the Spider Tanks Discord over here, and then you just literally
that's what I'll do. I'll just borrow one and try it out and see what's going on. You know,
yeah, a million people just send over tanks all the time. Like this tank over here.
I'll borrow one.
This one,
forever, bro.
I can give you a tank. I got 7.
You got so many tanks, baby. You're tanking around.
I got you. But
maybe we'll do an exchange. Maybe you give me a tank and I'll get you a Dragon's Crossing.
A little hero. Yeah. I'm down to try it.
The thing is that like it's one of those games you have to really play it to feel the death and the fear inside your soul. Like
I cannot make that commitment, but I'd be down to try it. I used to play D&D like 5 years ago. No, it's only been 3 years since the pandemic. 3 years ago, yeah. We all got really bored, so we just loaded up D&D on mobile and just like fucking smashed it out.
That's cool.
I mean, the game's a lot of fun, but like you can only play it for so long before you
that's the thing is this game, it's like 15 minutes to 10 minutes a day, or maybe 5. You log in.
Oh no, we'd be there for 4 hours.
Yeah. Game in Dragon's Crossing, you can just show up for 5 minutes, or you can play longer if you want to have more stuff. Yeah. But the idea is you have every decision you make in the game is like very critical. You know what I mean? You have to sit there to think about it. So like, anyways, and then you go talk about it. It's fun.
Yeah.
So, and then the spider tongue gameplay, you're running around, you're shooting. I played it. You're like, cha, and then you have bombs. You have all kinds of ways. It's almost like they combine tower defense and like a shooter game together, right?
Yeah, kind of in a way. I would say it's like an arcade version of League of Legends. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Like you're playing the game, and
that's why you like it so much. It's like a
quick paced.
See, and that's why I like Dragon's Crossing, because Dragon's Crossing is like a quicker version of D&D. Okay, so that's cool.
Yeah, I've also been playing like Gods Unchained a little bit.
I've
been playing a lot of CS:GO lately, as you can see literally on that right there. I've been playing.
Have you ever played Dr. Disrespect's game?
Oh yeah, I actually own one of those little visors.
I tried
I'm waiting
to get
for the new snapshot though.
Yeah, I could. I don't have the thing to play it.
Yeah, this is a little tortoise. This thing's sexy. I love this little thing.
Look at this magnificent show, the Classy Game Show.
It's a beautiful little one. I love
Classy, do you use a controller when you play Spider Tanks or your keyboard?
I use this beautiful little thing.
Oh, it's
okay.
It's a little mouse.
Okay.
I have I was playing it with my controller. Where'd my controller?
You should not be doing that.
I was using this and I really liked it, but oh well. I mean, it might not be as accurate as what you're doing.
It's not as accurate, exactly. Like flicking with a keyboard and a mouse is so much more accurate than on a controller. Because you don't have aim assist. The only reason controller is good in Fortnite and some of these other games is because of aim assist. Exactly. Yeah. There's no other reason.
I love controllers though, but that's just my thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Those are the games you're into. Let's move over to Chair and let him share what he's into. Chair, do you like gaming?
You like games, yeah?
I like game. I've been playing Avagashi a lot every day, all the time, constantly thinking about it. It's what I've been playing primarily for the last 2 years.
Stop thinking about it.
What's the game about?
Well, Avagachis, the characters are the ghosts of liquidated Ave participants of yore. So I'll share my screen a bit.
Yeah, share it.
Go for it.
Just for a second.
I love Avagachis.
By the way, I'm on the Avagachi community board, focusing on a bunch of different things, but
fair enough.
Mostly I'm just trying to onboard as many people to the game as possible, obviously.
You're a shower like me. Yes, let's do it.
Yes, I am a show.
Shameless.
Shameless.
Trying to get more people to play the game. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, please show more.
Oh,
hey, I show spider tanks all day.
My screen. Next time I come on, D, I will be ready to share screen. It's giving me issues, and I don't want to do it. But basically, if you know how Aave works or any AMMs work, you put up some sort of collateral that allows you to borrow something else. So I could put up some WETH and borrow some DAI and go play games. And as long as the WETH price doesn't fluctuate too low, if it doesn't go much lower than where I and depending on how much DAI I borrowed, I could get liquidated. Let's say if there's a 10% move and I borrowed too much DAI.
Gamba, yeah.
So you get liquidated. Now every ghost has a spirit force of the token that liquidation event came from, and there's PvP, there will be PvE, there's farming, there's liquidity farming and incentives. There are 25,000 Avagachi characters out there. There is a lending protocol. There is free to lend. Infinity Keys has a puzzle called the Avagachi Portal at infinitykeys.io, where if you want to just get on a lending list and start renting gachis for free and keep 85% of what you're collecting in tokens in the greater Avagachi metaverse and play all the mini games and do everything, play the Infinity Keys puzzle. It's called the Avagachi Portal. That will get your address on the lending list. And it's free. It's free. You keep 85%. We keep 15% for overhead stuff, and Orium.network does also. So you have to interact with your Avagachi twice a day. You have to pet it twice a day in order for its kinship to rise. The higher its kinship rises, the more UBI you earn. From
so you're doing Tamagotchi origami. Yeah, you're doing like that whole thing.
Yeah.
Pet.
It's crazy. So, I do walkthroughs every Monday in the Avagachi Discord.
Thing to put on your keychain.
We should do that.
You should do that because that's part of the whole allure of it, right? Is that you could bring it with you and press little buttons to pet on the keychain, right?
I have all sorts of in real life gachi stuff coming, but like
No, Chair, you are a Tamagotchi in real life. You are the cute pet, like you are it, okay?
He's obsessed.
So obviously I'm a little bit obsessed, and I'm balls deep in the community and am very bullish on, not financial advice, I'm bullish on the game. The game has a 30-year roadmap, which we're in year 3 of now. It's just Avagachi just celebrated its 3rd birthday.
There's 30 more years than Logan Paul has in the roadmap. So
that's 27 more years of glory. And all the tokenomics are mapped out for that time frame. So
you just gave a lot of like very technical things. So like people
my brain's exploding.
Yeah.
I know. But I'm gonna have to do like a
do you have a way to say what it is if you met someone in an elevator and you had like 20 seconds, and you had 2 sentences to say, like, what would you say to them?
So it's Tamagotchi.
That's one sentence.
It's Tamagotchi where your Tamagotchi pet has a spirit force of actual tokens, and the better you take care of it, and the more you think about it, the more you can earn, and
that's pretty cool.
Compete against others with their gachis in all sorts of different ways, and it's fun.
I just kicked him off for being blank for 1 second. Okay, so now you've been moved around in the circle. It's like what is that like?
Rotate.
What's
Rotate.
that?
Like
Cheers.
What's that TV show where they're all looking at each other like in the squares? Like
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares.
That one, but what's the other one? The Brady Bunch. Anyways,
The
yeah.
Brady Bunch.
Also that.
As classy if he's wearing pants. 8-Bit Tendies is finally here. Why aren't you on the phone with us, 8-Bit, right now? I gave you the link.
Come on.
I got the donk.
You know what 8-Bit Tendies did? You know what he did? He
Put this man on here.
The whole Twitter beef that we talked about, 8-Bit Tendies jumped in and dunked on me. Like during it. He put it like when first of all, when On-Chain dunked on me, then 8-Bit Tendies came in and like alley-oop dunked right on me. He made a little gif of like making fun of me, and I almost died because you know when you have element of like anger and laughter at the same time, and you're like, you son of a. And then I DM him. I'm like, I'm like, you got me. I was like, you got me, 8-Bit Tendies. So that's a lot of fun. It was a good time. It was a good time. It's a lot of times I'm on my couch watching on my TV. Yes. Do you see America in the room right now? 8-Bit Tendies, the number one name in Web3 and gaming is 8-Bit Tendies. I mean, who has a better name than 8-Bit Tendies? He's talking about chicken tenders. You know what I'm saying? This makes me laugh. This hilarious. Cherry, you've got a sticker on your face. Okay, this is what we're going to do now because we've been doing this show for like an hour pretty much. So now, usually the schedule is that Chair leaves and because he has to
and then everybody leaves,
and everyone leaves. Yeah. But usually what I do now is I'll share a little bit Dragon's Crossing, and then what happens is everybody leaves, but then the people from Dragon's Crossing community come on and they'll like hang out and play and stuff and like
fair
whatever.
enough.
So, but you guys are like, you can stay as long as you want, but I like this is like community time to do like that kind of stuff, right? And like the longer you stay during this, the more chances you have of winning prizes. Okay. So that's just kind of how Chair is going to coordinate prizes. So this thing, I'm going to give away prizes today, guys. Okay, it's the 4th of July. All right. And I don't know if you looked at the chat, but for the people in the chat, all of my questions and my quizzes are going to be about the TV show Chad Vader. And it's not because I helped produce that show. It's because it's the greatest show ever made. Fair enough. If you've never seen it, you guys that are on the show with me right now, don't have to go watch it, but you can watch it later. But the people in the audience right now, what you should do is you should already have double screens anyways because you're a gamer. On one screen, you should have us. And the other screen, you should have Chad Vader or on your phone. And you should watch it. It's like 10 minutes long or something, right? Anyways, it's the greatest TV show ever made. We made it big back in like 2005.
Is it called Chad Vader?
Yeah. It's dark. I have a link right here. I'll put it in the private chat.
Manager?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me tell you about it then, okay? This is what happens.
Let's just watch it right now. It's only 10 minutes.
Can I share it and just watch it? Okay,
yeah, I'm done to watch that and then dip out. Let's do it. Then Chad Vader. Fuck yeah.
So you're just gonna watch it and then dip out.
Put it in. Let's go.
No, it's really great actually. It's actually really terrific. So we're gonna go and do this right now. I'm not doing the 20 million view version. I'm gonna do the HD version. Now here we go. Okay, I gotta wait for the commercial to end. Oh wait, that's not the right version. Hold on. Let me where's the HD version? Chad Vader. I wanted an HD so you can really see it well because we made this before. We made this when HD wasn't even a thing.
Like
yeah. This is when I first got into
filmmaking in
film school. You've seen this before?
No, I've never seen the show, but this looks funny.
Okay, it is really funny. It's the greatest. Okay.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's just on YouTube. Well, this is what happened. It's
on YouTube.
This is when YouTube first started, like very beginning of YouTube. They're in like Tim and Eric. Actually, it's funny because people are doing Tim and Eric memes in our chat earlier. And Tim and Eric and us were competing for spots on this show called Channel 101 in LA, which was like the first internet TV show where like you got to vote on and off the stuff. But we were living in Madison, Wisconsin. And I just joined film school then at the University of Wisconsin. I'd like been in college and like, I don't know what to do with myself. And so then I found all these filmmakers that were like really, really good, like comedians and good filmmakers, right? Like they're improv guys. And so we started making movies together and they're so talented and so fucking funny. And then all of a sudden we made the show Chad Vader because someone had this idea. They're like, what if Darth Vader had a brother and he was like a grocery store manager? And we're like, yeah, let's make him the night shift manager, like the worst job you can have. But not only the worst job, but you're the boss and everyone hates you. And you're Darth Vader's brother. You have the full thing, the full outfit, and you have all the powers, but everyone thinks you're a complete tool. So the first episode is like reenacting Star Wars in a grocery store. I'm going to let's see if I can share it right now. And this is the thing to keep in mind. The guys in this show that you'll see went on after this first season to work for the Tonight Show, LucasArts, and like gigantic fucking studios and all this stuff, right? We were on the phone with George Lucas himself planning to do shows together, but we couldn't do it because Chad Vader looks like Darth Vader, and it's all IP stuff. It's totally ridiculous.
Wow, that's so lame.
So anyways, and back then YouTube wasn't monetized, so you couldn't make money off nothing. It was more just like for clout. So anyways,
exposure, yeah.
Exposure, clout. So this is it. Can I
send it? 3 hours, let's go.
No, that's like the whole first 4 seasons.
Fucking camera's dying.
Here we go.
All right, let's see. Is the sound on?
Can you hear it?
Turn it up.
No.
Can you not hear it?
I can't hear anything, no. This is tragic.
This is tragic. Hold on. I have a solution for this.
He looks happy.
I'm going to make this actually better. Hold on. I'm going to do this real quick. I have a way to fix this. You guys, it'll just take me like 60 seconds. So can you sing a song while I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Go, Erica.
America.
Oh, say.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. Kids nowadays don't say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Do they not?
No.
When I was in high school, we did. It was like how many years ago? Like
are you guys both in America?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
America.
That's why I was eating pizza.
I'm in the middle of Texas.
What classy are you?
You're like in Austin?
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Classy, are you in the United States somewhere, or do you disclose your location? Or you?
Yeah, I'm in the wild place where people just are fucking like tackle alligators and just start fighting them.
Florida?
Great place. Yeah, it's a great place. It's a lot of fun, honestly. I see gators when I'm going on walks.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see if you can hear this. Let's see if you can hear this.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Put it on.
You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
What is the meaning of this?
The meaning of what?
I ordered this task to be completed an hour ago.
Yeah, you did.
You have failed me for the last time.
That's what you said the last time.
I have been too forgiving in the past. Do not fail me again.
Because that'll be the last time.
Yes. No. I don't know. Continue stopping.
I love Asa.
That's a great special effect.
Did an apple fly through the air? Guess who did that?
How'd you do that? Like a string?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day shift manager.
Wait till you see what flies through the air next. Day shift manager.
May I speak with you a moment, my master?
My master.
It's just Randy, okay, Chad?
Yes, master.
And Neil, it's weird.
Grave news. Tammy, I need you to work an extra shift on Saturday.
No.
Okay.
Then she walked away.
Okay, so?
Our plans to make this station fully operational on Saturday may be jeopardized.
Look, just get someone to take her shift, okay, Chad?
As you wish.
Oh, Chad, I heard you're having some problems with Clint.
Clint is a fool, and I will not tolerate his insolence much longer.
Well, you're going to have to resolve it. I
He's a
can't
fool.
have my day manager and my night manager at each
It's
other's
going to be on the
throats.
quiz later.
Yes, Emperor.
It's Randy! Randy! Not an emperor.
This was in the middle of the night. We shot at a grocery store.
Yeah.
It's a co-op.
I noticed your shift ends at 6 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, Lord Vader.
Please, call me Chad.
Yes, Chad.
It's Chad.
I would like you to meet me at Gino's Pizzeria facility to discuss some plans I have for a more powerful laser checkout system.
That's how you ask out a lady.
Yeah, 100%.
Here, these are for you.
Look at this move. Bam! Oh, snap.
Thank you, Lord. I mean, Chad.
That was the force.
At 6 p.m. to pick you up.
See how he used the force to get a date, bro? Do you see that?
That's pretty awesome.
He's leveraging.
Dude, he is.
Hey, Chad. I just heard you and Clarissa are going out on a date.
It is not a date. It is purely to discuss the laser checkout system.
Yeah, I bet you want to check out her laser system.
Oh, Jesus, what is your problem?
Apology accepted.
Get on the staff again, huh, Chad?
Friends, we meet again at last. The circle is complete.
You don't get along with your employees too well, do you?
No.
Maybe you should try being less of a butthole.
He said butthole in 2005.
Staffed on Saturday.
How dare he?
You can't handle doing the schedule, sweetie pie. Maybe Randy should give it to someone who knows what the crap they're doing.
I will not tolerate that.
Yeah. You just keep not tolerating, Chad. Keep on screwing the pooch. And I'm going to pull that sweet little day manager position right up from under your big sweaty ass.
Look at that sweet SFX. Special effects in the house. You like that?
That's nice.
2005 special effects.
It's pretty good.
Banana special effects too. Poor Chad, man. It's rough being a Lord Vader.
Hard life. Dude, for 2005, that's fucking awesome.
Check this out. We gotta verify in the credits now because everyone's like, Doug, you did not help produce that. There
it is.
That's it. I ran that goddamn fucking film set, all right? Suck it, all right? So okay.
Send that shit.
Send that shit. So this guy, Matt Sloan in real life, you know?
Yeah.
He's actually doing the voice, like, you know, as in post looping it. And Aaron in the actor is in, you know, a different guy's in the suit, and they're the two like main guys of this comedy group. And they do all kinds of other shows on YouTube now. But this is the thing, was crazy. So he plays Clint, who's like like crappy Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? He's like the shitty version of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love him so much. But so what happens is he's doing this voice for Chad Vader. He ends up now being the voice of Darth Vader for like video games and almost everything they do for like 4 or 5 years at LucasArts, right? The only time he's not Darth Vader for that time, I think, is like in the actual like big time films when they used like James Earl Jones. So if you played, I think, The Force Unleashed and all those big games that came out for like 5 or 6 years, he's the voice of Darth Vader and all that stuff.
Wow, that's pretty fucking badass.
Cool.
Well, and the reason that happened is because George Lucas really liked the show a lot. He gave us all these awards. He fucking loved the show. Like he was on the phone with us all the time being like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Isn't that crazy? We're in Madison, Wisconsin, and no one's ever heard of it, right? I'm at the local co-op and all this stuff. And I had just started filmmaking. I just jumped into the filmmaking process in the curriculum there. But I was so obsessed I wouldn't leave anyone alone. Like the filmmaking professors and especially the cinematographers there were really cool artists. They were actually super cool people like that I just loved to death. And I literally did not leave them alone. So they made me their assistant director for everything because they're like, we can't get rid of you. So we're going to have to give you this job, right? And I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing half the time. I mean, I was good at my job, but like I wasn't like experienced out in like the huge world of like filmmaking yet. I moved to LA after this and did all that stuff. But the thing that's crazy is going to LA and working all over the world doing so many things, this is still by far the best thing I've ever done because like the people in the show so love what they do. And they all grew up playing D&D and loving Star Wars and stuff. And that's how they became such good improv actors. And now like some of them literally work for the Tonight Show and like these guys in this show, right? And they grew up being creative, playing D&D and doing all the characters and the voices and making stories. And then they transfer that over into improv. And then now they're doing that just for a living full time. So that's part of the reason I love gaming is because like all this stuff is kind of intertwined, right? Comedy, fun, all these different things. And so this is a lot of fun. This guy in the beginning, that's one of my best friends, Asa from college. Right when they're like, we need a sassy guy, I'm like, I know who to get. And then I like help them cast almost this whole thing other than like their close friends. And so I love this show so much. They went on to do 8 seasons of this show. And the thing is, they were never making any money off of it, the show itself, but they'd be at Comic-Con and have huge crowds. All this stuff.
Really?
Big time things. Cool. People lining up down the block to get autographs from Chad Vader.
That's sick.
Because it was huge. Like we had like 20 million downloads in like 2 days when it dropped. Okay. Like that's how big it was. Wired Magazine covered us. All this stuff covered us, right?
Yeah.
So, and Channel 101, we were on that for a while. And then they did like, I still remember that number, Doug. Hello. anyways, my point is, Aaron and Matt and these guys, I love them to death. They do other stuff now, but a lot of it involves gaming. They do gaming stuff too in Web 2. They have actually a game called like Gaming for Pimps, or a show called Gaming for Pimps, which is hilarious. They're so funny. They play beer and board games, which is another YouTube show where they play board games, kind of similar to D&D stuff, where they're playing these crazy board games and doing all their voices and doing their improv stuff. And people just tune in and they just like donate money and they sponsor the show, and it's very organic and just cool. And it's been basically the same thing for the last 20 years. And I love those guys to death. And I moved off and did other things. But when I found Web3 and also other things in filmmaking, it was very much made me feel like that sense of you can do it yourself. You don't have to be some big commercial thing or have some kind of whatever. Like even my whole gimmick with my fur coat and all this stuff I do, I just made it up. My friend borrowed me this coat, dude. Like I didn't need to be a millionaire. But now if you look at some of my other videos and if you know where I'm at, like and on my social media, I'm literally all over the world at like yacht parties and like VIP parties. And people are like, who are you? Come to our thing. It's because if you show up and have something to give that people really like, they want you to be around, and especially have a good attitude, right? And so you learn that in Hollywood because people love celebrities and they love to be around the fun, but there's also a lot of it that's bullshit. And if you can just be cool to people and like, you know, people like Keanu Reeves or like whatever, people that are just awesome. And every time you interact with them, you're like, that dude's just fucking awesome, right? Like that doesn't take money. It doesn't take anything. It just takes you being a person and being cool with everybody and being and pursuing what you like to do in life, right? Like this, like America, right? Anyways, so you know, people in this world like Mr. Beast that are inspiring, all these people doing cool stuff. So I love Chad Vader, and I'm gonna try to get them guys to come on the show maybe, and also that would be a lot of fun. And
you should.
I want to go on their shows and do their things too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun stuff that we're all doing here and everything. Sometimes I'll drop in on their streams and they'll like be doing something crazy. One time it was a Halloween special, and they were one of their characters they do is this really kooky. He was predicting people's like death or like how they would die. And so he has a crystal ball, and he said I would die by hot air balloon car accident. And I was like, dude, I was classy gone now. So I was like, dude, I literally almost did get in a hot air balloon car accident one time.
Are you serious? So you're like, holy shit, this is crazy.
When I lived down in Southern Colorado for a little while, I would work with a hot air balloon company and take the pictures for them. And I'm chasing the balloon down, and I have to stop my car to jump out and then take the pictures as they land. And sometimes you're in the street and you can only park there's only so much room to park. And then you don't know where they're going to land exactly because the wind's blowing them around. And I literally had started to get out of my car, and the hot air balloon's coming like right at me. And I'm like, holy shit. And I jump in my car and I just get out of the way. And I'm just like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like people are in that thing. It would be not only that, it'd be on the news. They'd be like hot air balloon accident, whatever. So I was like, dude, you literally, you're like reading my mind. It literally almost did happen. I almost did die by a hot air balloon accident. But so fun stuff, good stories. Erica, I think we should play some Dragon's Crossing. Have you played the new season yet?
Let's do it. No, I have it actually pulled up on my browser, but I forgot that I have to have 20 USD.
You got to get there in there for the season fees. Did you win any money last season?
I don't think so.
Did you place high?
No.
I made $100 in USD last season.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
we
awesome.
We had Kung Fu on last night, and I use a little myself, so like me. Did you guys like that episode? What's your feedback on Chad Vader? Also, I'm going to be doing a quiz about Chad Vader when we do the giveaway in a little bit, okay? The first question, okay, I'm going to do a giveaway of 10 USDC right now. The first person in the chat to tell me who a fool is a fool, is going to win 10 USDC. Anybody can do it. You could do it, Erica. Anybody can type in the chat right now. Tell me who is a fool. He is a fool. Okay. So, what were we talking about now? I got sidetracked excited about these giveaways and stuff.
Oh, you won. You won $100.
I know Kung Fu won like $350, I think. And he did pretty well. And I plan to do better this season because last season I was really more concerned about just the content creation and wasn't really caring about placing high because I had to like schedule things for the streams and stuff. Now the gloves are off because not only am I more focused, but I have like 10 heroes now. So if I need to do a stream, I can save a hero or two to do that. I have 8 more to kick everyone's freaking butt. Like really hard. Like my plan, Erica, the top 10 is just to be me. The whole all you're gonna do is see my picture.
All
You're
of
gonna
them.
see this just top 10 down the board. The Olympics are
Dang.
happening soon, and you'll see the Olympics have like Japan, USA, Russia. It's gonna be like Doug, country of Doug. Okay, that's what's gonna happen.
All
I'm gonna
Doug.
win all the money. Going number 1 in the leaderboard and Discord and our hearts. I'm right now to number 2 in the Discord. I'm gonna get to number 1. It looks like I'm flipping people off. And
Wait, when did this start? Did it start last night?
Yes.
So am I already a day behind?
No. So that's a good question. So for everyone out there that's asking about this, I had this discussion with Bloater Punch. So this is how the setup is. You got 28 days for the season. 28 days is a long time, right? And you don't have to start on day 1. The guy that won last year, he didn't start till like day 4 or 5. And he won the whole season, right? And not only that, he was very patient. He did a thing where he didn't even play all of his quests every day. He would like save some, you know what I mean? Because it was like a strategy he had. So he didn't even play all of his quests every day, and he still started late and then still won. You know what I'm saying?
What did he win? What was his prize?
I think first place was almost like $300 or something like that.
Nice. Not bad.
But every place has like money rewards all the way down to like the top, 100 or something, or 200 or whatever, 300. I don't know. 75% of the proceeds of the entry fees go back to the rewards for the season rewards. They only keep 25% of it. So basically this game has like no money and it all comes back to us. Anyways, So that's how it works. And so last night it started. So the thing is that this is the thing. I had this discussion with him because I was like, great. So you start on the 3rd, technically, or the 4th or whatever. And then you have until like 28 days later, whatever it was, right? So this is the thing though. But the summoning shards that you can use to summon a Rift hero, those you can't use till the 7th. For whatever technical reasons, they had to wait on them, I guess. And those are the ones that are less expensive, and they're like Rift heroes. They're not Genesis heroes. And those Rift heroes, they can't find more heroes, right? They're just all you see is what you get. The Genesis heroes we have, we can find more heroes. We can find more summoning shards and either use them in the game as new heroes, or we can sell them, right? So that's the difference between the two. Otherwise, they're basically the same. But you can go and buy one for like $30 off the open market, right? A Rift hero or a summoning shard, right? And then, but you have to also pay $10 to summon the person, so it's really like $40. So it's like $150 for a Genesis hero. So this is the thing. On the 7th, when that happens, though, that's when the mint's going to be closed. So the mint for Genesis heroes will be ended. So anybody that owns Genesis heroes at that point are going to be the only holders, and there's not going to be any more Genesis heroes. That's it. It's closed off, and you hold it. And so it's scarcity, right? And then once that happens, then the summoning shards will be activated, and you can summon them, and you can do the Rift hero thing, right? But what's going to happen is the value of the Genesis heroes are going to go up because there's only so many of them. You know what I mean? The mint was like 2,500, and I think they're around like 1,100 or something minted out. So it's like halfway. It's pretty good. Like most games come out that are, unless you're a huge studio, if you come out with a game, they're minting like 10 or 100. You know what I mean? Like we've got like 1,000 entries into the season and stuff, right? And this is the thing. There's not 1,000 people playing. What happens is someone plays the game, they like it so much, they end up minting like 5 or 10 more heroes right away. If Kung Fu showed me, he minted like 3 heroes at first, and he showed me a chart where when he went through the season, he kept minting more heroes as he went because he kept liking the game more, wanting to do more stuff. And it was like 3 more, 4 more, 2 more as he went through the season, right? So this is the vast majority of people, as long that could afford it, kept on just minting more heroes because they like the game. And they know that the Genesis hero mint is very valuable because it's only gonna be around for so long, and then it's gonna be done. So you got to get in when you can fit in. You know what I'm saying? And season 2 is the big bet. Season 1 is history. Okay, so this is the thing. Season 1 ended. There's a couple days off. Season 2 starting now. So we have that 28 days. But this is the thing. Because the Rift heroes are starting on the 7th, I'm like, we might need a little bit more of a buffer, Bloater Punch, because if new people come in the game that are brand new and they get a Rift hero on the 7th because they didn't want to spend $150, they want a cheaper hero and they want to try it out, they might not come in right on the 7th. What if they come on the 8th or 9th and they just find the game? So he did was he pushed back the end date a couple days for the season. So he gave even more padding at the end of the season. But the thing is to keep in mind, this thing about it, the guy that won season 1, not only did he start way late, he also took his time and didn't even rush. He didn't even use all of his quests every day. So what I'm saying is that, like, if you start late and as long as you play every day, you're going to be totally fine.
And I don't die all the time.
Yeah. The real determining factor whether or not you can beat the boss is how many times you die. Really, that's really what it is. Because there's people that started day one and played every day, but they didn't beat the boss because they just kept on getting wrecked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the thing. You have to have a balance there. And there's a lot of questions about that. And that's the thing is me and other people that are not on the core team, we're kind of like the community core team version, because we're not in their meetings. We're on the outside because we play the game. So we can't be in on like secret meetings and stuff. But I go and monitor everything they do. And I go to them like, I'm like, Bloater, hey, I see these 3 things that are happening. And I really think you should listen to my input that you might want to adjust them. And then he often will. If it makes sense to him. He's like, oh, yeah, you know what? He's like, what we can do is make this adjustment, because the decisions he's making aren't always opinion ones. They're often just technical things, and they're trying to figure out how everything can fit together correctly, and there's limitations. And then you try to figure out how you can adjust at any time the best way, right? So David Tenney said it was CGI. That CGI was the best, wasn't? Did you see the lightsaber didn't really move perfectly with it was before tracking.
It is still really good though.
It was before tracking existed. They do like frame by frame or something, right?
Yeah.
It's like LucasArts in the house, right? Those good times. So I love that show so much. But it's good times. We did a bunch of other shows too and different things, but that was the best. So do you want to share your screen? Did you get the $20 in for your registration? I can help you along in your early parts of the game so that you make sure to do everything correctly.
I am not ready to do that yet.
Nobody here has answered my quiz question in the audience. Oh, his camera kept dying. Thanks, Classy. Oh, he's not even here. His camera kept dying, which is weird. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
So I thought he just left because he doesn't like us, but that's fine. I mean, everyone has their own. If you don't like me, that's fine. And my cup of Doritos. I don't know if you guys noticed I was tweeting all day pictures of me at Walmart and the flag and this stuff. And like, I took pictures with the Walmart greeters today.
Yeah, really I saw that.
He was not happy to take a picture with me at all, which is, it's funny. So the Walmart greeter, the Walmart by me, there's one like right next door to me where I live. So I'm there pretty often because it's like, otherwise, if I want to go to a place like that, I have to drive like forever, like 20 minutes. So, but it's great. And the greeter guys are really friendly, and they're often like singing like full on songs as you walk in. They're like old dudes, like they're like 70. You know what I'm saying? They're singing like old show tunes and stuff. I fucking love it. Okay. Like awesome. If you're going to be an old ass motherfucker that doesn't even know where he is half the time, and you're just in Walmart and you're like, hey, everybody, and you're singing songs, people like request songs from them. They're like, yes, sing us the songs. So I walk in and I'm all excited. I'm like, I'm going to take a picture with him today. I'm going to have the flag. It's going to be so dope. And the guy that's working today is like this. And I'm like, can we take a picture? And he's like, okay.
He probably didn't want to work on the 4th of July.
I know, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
He really was not into the whole picture taking fur coat thing at all. He was like a grumpy, like redneck dude. And so we took a picture, but then he's like, well, who's going to take it with the camera? You know how they get all of a sudden concerned because they want to, they're like, they want to make sure they don't like it, but they want to make sure also it's good. Anyways,
right.
They're uncomfortable, but they're gonna make it good though. At the same time, they're like getting tough. So I did all that, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm taking pictures of you, dude. That's just what's going down. And we took a picture with the American flag here, right?
Yeah.
Flag code, don't let it hit the ground. Okay, and you're not supposed to wear this clothes or whatever. And then I made this. Do you see? I made that in like 2 seconds. Isn't that really?
Yeah,
cool?
That's awesome.
I made that, and old clip art and stuff. So nobody has guessed in the comments who is a fool. So
who is a fool, you guys? Come on.
Do you know, Erica? You're just gonna win if you just say it now.
It's the manager in the back.
Well, you have to say the name. No, it's not that guy.
Randy.
Nope.
Randy.
Nope.
It's not.
Randy. Nope.
Shit. Okay.
He was talking to Randy when he said the person was a fool.
Oh, it's Chad then. Chad is the fool.
No, Chad was the person saying it. There's only one other person really that can be the fool. So, I mean, well, actually, there's like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It was the guy with the banana, but you have to say his name.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name, and I can't remember.
He has a funny name. He kind of, he reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of the dude from like Back to the Future. Remember Biff?
Yeah.
With like the short hair, and he's kind of bulky, and he's all like kind of the attitude of like, all right, butthole. He kind of gave energy like you're a butthole. You know what I mean? I kept thinking he was that guy from Back to the Future. Where he just called him. What did he call him in the movie? He had all kinds of weird names for him. And like I think the actor made up a lot of those lines. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty genius stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love that guy. Biff. Biff is the guy from Back to the Future. But the guy in this show, his name is actually really close to that name almost. So like
Buff?
But it starts with a C.
Cliff.
Nope.
Shit. Starts with a C and is short.
It ends
and like
with a T.
Clint.
Yes. You are
really?
the winner. You win $10 of USDC. Everyone else has run away.
I win by default.
Because he's like, you got to figure out the schedule of Clint. He goes, Clint is a fool. And he's like, Clint is a fool. And you can tell that he has like a plan he wants the day shift manager role because he doesn't like being the night shift manager. So the whole show is the premise of him trying to get the day shift manager role, which isn't really better than his job. Like, but in the show, it's like way better. You know what I mean? Like the night shift manager and the day shift manager, the only difference is I guess the day shift manager is like slightly ahead in the hierarchy, maybe, right? But in that world, it's like everything. He's like, I am going to strike him down and take his, you know what I mean? That's what I fucking love about the show is that it's so stupid, but it's so completely accurate.
It was really funny. Like I didn't think not that I didn't think it was going to be that funny, but it is a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Well, that's the thing is it really went huge. Like 20 million downloads in a couple days in 2005. That's like getting like 200 million downloads in a couple days now because that did not happen back then. I guarantee you, if you research 2005, there's only a handful of videos that got like that many millions of views in the whole world, right?
Yeah.
So we were at the pinnacle, and what a lot of it was the coverage. Wired Magazine, all these places covered it, and the Channel 101 stuff, they all covered it, and like the episode premiered on Channel 101 in that show on Monday, and then Tuesday or Monday or whatever it was, Wired Magazine reported it on their like website. They had a whole review of the show, and everybody just flooded from Wired Magazine. You have to understand, this is the back in the day when people really read magazines and online magazines. It was a thing. Nowadays, it's not so much. But we literally had like 20 million people show up in a couple of days, and we're just like, so it's almost like you won $1 million, but you didn't actually get the $1 million, but just feels like it. You get the feeling of it, like what? And everybody in Wisconsin knew who we were. We'd be around filming. They're like, you guys are the ones with the movie camera and the Chad Vader thing. We became celebrities. Yeah. And this is before like having your own camera was a thing. There wasn't iPhones, and it was really hard to have your own real camera that was like decent quality. The TV show Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they started around the same time. And like a few years after this is when they started, maybe 4 or 5 years after this, and or 4 years later, and they around that time, I guess maybe 2 years later, and they actually came out with there's a Panasonic camera that was pretty good that came out, and they just shot the pilot for them with themselves basically and their friends for Sunny. But it looked just like the show does because they had a decent like prosumer camera to do it on. So it wasn't it actually was like people saw the pilot and they didn't think it was that terrible, but they had to shop it to like 30 studios before someone gave them the green light. And that show is like one of the greatest shows of all time, right? So
absolutely, I love that.
And they had to have trouble keeping it on air. The first season they had to like get Danny DeVito because they were going to kick him off the air, even though it was great. They like needed star power. There's all these bullshit things involved that like Danny DeVito is not important to the show. I mean, he's important and he's great, but the show would still be just pretty much as good without him, right? Yeah. But that's how it works in filmmaking. There's so much bullshit involved like that. And like, they had Danny DeVito, so everyone's like, okay, it's going to be good, even though the show is totally great without them. But that's why shows like Chad Vader are so amazing, because there's none of that. There's no bullshit. It's just about, is it good or not? And do you like it? And it came from, and it's just like this game with Dragon's Crossing, where you have a group of people that are really good at what they do, but they're not known for it or anything, right? And then they decide to make a game, So it's fun. Okay, so where are we at right now? Should I send you some USDC? Can you send me in the private chat your Ox? I'm going to send it to you right now.
Yeah, one sec.
While you do that, I'm going to show my screen.
I'm converting my ETH on Arbitrum to USDT, and then I can share my screen.
So I have 5 heroes right now, but I have 5 more coming to me that I purchased from someone, but they haven't sent them yet. And so I'm going to have 10 total. And here, let's look at, I played my Ranger last night, and right now I'm in place 88. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm that far down. You know what it is? Because everyone's going into the mysterious forest just for like one tile and then going back so they can be ranked high and like show people on the leaderboard that they're ranked high, even though it doesn't mean anything. The rankings don't matter till the season's over. So everyone's basically doing a fake ranking and like faking it till you make it, and then going back into like the first zone.
Why?
Because if you go into the next zone, depending on how quick you get there, is how high your ranking is, right? Okay. And then once you're in that zone, how many monsters you beat then determines who's number one. But if everyone just goes in there and you can't even beat monsters and you have to leave, then everyone's basically ranked almost the same.
I'm getting an error. It says cannot estimate gas.
Transaction. Do you have ETH in your account at all? You need to have ETH on Arbitrum to do the gas.
Yeah, I have ETH and I have USDT.
So
I have like
are you trying to register?
Yeah. I have like $6 in ETH. I mean, it should be
on Arbitrum, or is it on Ethereum network?
No, it's on Arbitrum.
Maybe refresh everything and relog into your wallet. Make sure you're on Arbitrum One on your wallet.
Okay, let me lock it. Let me close.
I mean, there could be a bug, but this morning I saw everyone was having no problems with it.
Okay.
That I saw.
All right.
The vast majority of people. You're just trying to cause troubles.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing that we need to that's a big deal in season 2. Do you know all the differences in season 2? Because I'm going to tell you what they are.
Not really.
Okay, so this is a thing. RIP to the non-healing meta, right? So Doc won last year because if you played for one day and you have 15 quests available. If you're at use up 10 quests, but you have to heal in order to use the last 3, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't heal. He would actually just wait to the next day and have that reset heal him automatically. And what that does is it saves you 1 extra quest a day from that healing.
Okay.
So at the end of it, if you keep doing that, you'll have less quests used up. But the other end of that is that if you take too long to get to the boss and you never beat the boss, you won't win either. You know what I mean? Because you're not progressing as fast. So they changed it though. You can't do that this year. If you log in and use 1 quest, it automatically counts that you used all 15 quests. So you better use them up. If you don't use the 15 quests, it's going to count all of them anyways. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just use everything. Use all your quests. Use all your quests.
Okay.
But the key is just to do it in the most smartest way, how to use them the best. So they changed that because you know what they like to do? They like to mess with us, Erica. They like to go because I'm doing these streams and we're talking about the ways to do things the best. And they watch my streams. They're like the KGB and they're like, oh, Doug and all of them say this is what's the thing to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all that and we're going to just destroy and crush it and crush all their dreams and change it so you can't do any of it. That's what they did.
Makes
then
sense.
everyone in the Discord laughs. They're like, that's hilarious. Right. And I'm like, ugh. So anyways, the other thing is that skills are different. They cost more now. So if you look at our projectile, it costs 5. Pocket Sand, the flee mechanic, costs 8 skill points. Not only that, you can't flee right away. It automatically flees on the next turn, right?
Yeah.
So you still have that chance where you could die before you flee. So they made skills balanced so there's no OP skills really. And then the skills also use your stats as part of the formula. It used to be a dice roll and you just roll dice and that would be the thing. Yeah. Now, if you look at bar projectile here, it deals 1 dice roll to 4 and then agility divided by 7 damage, right? So the higher your stats, your attributes, the better. So this is the thing, Erica, you have to understand. Last season, Doc also won because what he did was if he had a character, he would only put points when he leveled up into their main stat and then into quickness. And so what that does is it makes you hit first, but also allows you to flee if you have to. And then you don't have to worry about having a flee skill. And so he would be able to go into really tough fights and know he could run away. So then you avoid dying, right?
Yeah.
And so, but if you looked at his characters, he would have 50 agility on his ranger, but then he would have 10 strength. He wouldn't put anything into the other stuff. Because the thing is that your equipment kind of makes up for it anyways. You know what I mean? Your equipment's what matters a lot. So my point is that nowadays though in season 2 you can't use the same strategy again. Also, they screwed that up because now the skills use all these attributes for the skills. So all those things, those side attributes that he didn't level up, now those actually factor into skills.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. I still can't do this though. I don't know why.
Well,
You can just play.
you have to give me your ox so that I can send you this USDC though.
Okay, I'll put my air in the Discord and see what people say.
Do you have the right USDC? Because there's 2 different kinds. Because you
I
purchased
should.
before, right? So there's USDCE is the correct one. It's the one that's actually Arbitrum USDC. The problem is that you can also send regular ETH USDC to Arbitrum and it still sees it, but the game doesn't. That's not what the game uses.
I sent ETH to the Arbitrum network. Yeah,
You sent
I
ETH,
chose. I chose
right.
that, and then I converted that into USDT, which is
No,
what I used.
USDT is not correct.
Why don't they just do something else? Like, why use
It has
USDC?
to be USDCE.
Why?
No one
Okay,
uses
well,
USDT.
I don't know. It kind of makes me angry because it's too much. All right, so I need to swap my USDT to USDC.
USDC. Make sure it's USDCE. That's the actual Arbitrum one.
USDC. There is no E at the end of it.
Okay, it's probably fine then. I'm guessing it's probably the right one.
All right, let me convert all this shit to USDC now. Hold on.
Make sure it's on Arbitrum chain.
Yeah, I'm on Arbitrum. So like I'm getting frustrated because I've already been swapping like everything around, and it's just kind of annoying.
It's a Web3 life. Erica, if you did the right swap in the first place and you did the right swap, you wouldn't be swapping around all day.
Well, okay? I thought it was USDT.
Nobody has ever said USDT ever. Not even one person.
Okay, so let me see. Register USDC.
Yep, I'm just roasting you because otherwise the comments are going to start roasting you. Oh, they probably will anyways.
Go ahead and roast me. Come at me. I don't care.
I use USDT sometimes for like money transfers when I get paid.
Hold on. I think I did this wrong.
So my point is everyone watching that's really interested in this stuff, for season 2.
Why don't they just do it in ETH though? That's my question. It's already on Arbitrum. Why do we need to use, because that's just another swap you have to do. Like, why not use just regular Arbitrum ETH? Like, what's wrong with that? So
the problem is that they wanted a stable coin so you knew what the price of everything is, right? But the gas fees on Arbitrum are in ETH. You can't control that. That's just what Arbitrum does.
All right, I'm going to share my screen because I'm getting frustrated. 1 second. So history.
We're going to help you.
I mean, I don't really need help because obviously I know how to do it, but like it's just not going through. So 1 second. Okay, show bookmarks never. And present, share screen, window. Hold on, StreamYard does not want to ever do the right one. Like it only sees one of my monitors. All right, you see it or not? Okay, Juan Crowley, motherfucker, dies all the time.
Juan Crowley, why are you dying?
Not my fault. He's a weekend. All right, so here's my MetaMask. I've got a little bit of ETH. I've got USDC, 2857, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now
it should work now.
Register. It's probably going to go through. No, this is what I get.
Cannot estimate gas. Transaction may fail or may require manual gas limit. It's because of what you did. Hold on, go back. It's because of the settings that you're using when you're doing the transaction.
What?
You have to set like a manual gas thing or something, I think. When you hit register, I don't know. You've got the ETH there.
Let me try to refresh it. Hold on.
Yeah, refresh everything.
We'll go like this.
I've never seen this error message before like this.
Go like that. Closer to that one. Let me hold on.
So when you click register, does it bring up a thing where you have to verify it on the side or whatever?
Like this?
I can't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't even do that on my MetaMask.
It doesn't do a plugin thing.
No, it's my MetaMask is up, but oh my god. Okay, my friends are messaging me because I'm supposed to go to the lake, so I have to go soon. But cannot.
Well, I'll have somebody from one. I'll have one of the devs or technical people help you. Okay.
Okay.
Like later today or whatever, whenever you have time.
Okay. Yeah.
It might be the wrong USDC possibly, but we'll figure that out. All right.
No, it's not the wrong USDC. It's this one right here.
There's two different kinds of it.
View asset and explore.
Okay, they all think that you have there's two different kinds of USDC. You might need USDCE. Oh wait, yeah. So this is Circle USDC. Blah 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 blah. What's the contract for? Let me see. Hold on. Let me look this up real quick.
Okay.
Arbitrum. Okay, so let me see. The contract ends in an 8. What does that contract say for you?
5831.
Nope, that's not the right contract. I think you do have the wrong USDC.
Motherfucker.
Because the problem is
okay,
that you can send ETH USDC there, but it needs to be Arbitrum USDC. Yeah, so you have to swap it. I use Sushi Swap, I think. I don't remember what I use. Let's see.
This one right here?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yep, there we go.
Okay, so here's my message to the devs is that on this register, you guys need to say like USDC.E and maybe the contract address. Like that would be really helpful.
Yeah, the contract address would be on there would be helpful. So you
or
can
something.
double check. Right. Because
so
I went and did all
like
this
me
myself.
Who get frustrated really easy with all this shit, even though I'm in Web3.
I also get frustrated. We're on the same
I'm like,
team.
why
Don't
the
worry.
fuck isn't this working? Right. So that's
Right.
why. So
And
if you wouldn't be here, I'd be like,
I went and did all this research and looked at all these numbers and stuff to try to help because I knew this was going to happen. You know what I mean? Like I knew this would happen and pop up for people because it happened with me a little bit. And I was like, this is going to happen for a lot of people. So now that's going to work. And your friends want to go to the lake. What lake are you going to? Are you going to go on a boat?
No, we're gonna go on our paddle boards to the river.
Ooh.
There's a river in Austin, and so like people watch the fireworks from the bridge.
Ooh, that's fun.
But we're gonna do it from the water.
That's
so.
amazing. I'm jealous a little bit. I have a paddle board. I'm gonna come with, right?
That'll be fun. Okay. All right. So there's that. All right. So now when I register, it should be good. There we go.
There we go, baby. We made it work.
Okay. Yes.
Very cool.
All right. Game on, literally. Okay, now I'm registered. Now we can get Juan in here to...
Let's just have you go in the game and check it out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
How much time do you have left until you got to go?
Probably like 20 minutes or so.
Okay, great. That's plenty to go in here and check it out. So let's go in there and have you check it out with Juan and get in there and play. You might have to refresh it so the play button pops up.
Okay.
Mr. Juan, Mr. Suave over here.
Play.
There it is. Okay,
right.
So when you come in here, first thing you want to do is make sure you put your gear on. If you go into your inventory, because you need to put like your items and your gear on there. Your hat.
What happened to my ring?
All your items from last season are gone, baby. Everything starts from scratch. But you can get new cooler rings, all right? You can get a nice shiny ring.
Okay.
Also, they're going to introduce a smelter where you can take your leftover items and turn them into stuff like quests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now what you want to do is go into your adventure guild. And then you want, there's your skills, right? And see, you got Force Shield. And Force Shield, you have to be up to level 4, though. So right now you have Ray of Frost and Firebolt. So you can add those skills and click on them. I personally clicked one of each. So that's all you can do right now because of the limits of the numbers.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
And then get the heck out of there. Unless there's skills that you need to identify and learn or something or whatever. But so you got Force Shield. That's cool. You got a skill, an extra skill in there. So get out of there. So now you're ready to go. You don't need to go leave there. Now and remember, the only time you need to camp is if you find an NFT, which is like a summoning chart or a skill book, right? And then that turns it into an NFT and then whatever. But other than that, you're great. You don't need to do anything else here. The herbalist is here for you to heal. So let's go into the wild prairie.
Okay.
And go into the enchanted fields and see what's going on here. And feel free to share the music and audio if you want to. And you're gonna roll up on this fool. Wait, did you just do a persuade?
Persuade, yeah.
Oh, and it didn't work. That's cool that you got in the first one though. Your charisma is only 5. We should look at your character stats. Let's bring up your character stats. Okay. It's on the bottom there near the middle. Yeah. So you've got 3 to 8. That's not bad for your hit. That's kind of what everyone starts with. And you got a dodge of 27%. That's great because of the wisdom and your armament. So everyone starts off kind of similar to that.
He's not bad. Little Juan Crowley. Heat. Row.
Row. 5 and 3. Let's go.
Hand me down leathers.
Knock them down.
I have ill-footed sandals.
Yeah. Ill-footed sandals. The words in here are crazy. I think that Bloater Punch made a lot of these names.
I like it. It's funny.
I mean, his background isn't all this stuff, like fantasy RPG and novels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the words and the languages, I think it's cool.
Okay. Victory! Come on. No. Oh, bummer. All right. Now we'll try again. I have Persuade again. That's a big fucking dwarf, dude. That's a big
I know.
Dwarf.
The dwarf
Holy
is the biggest
shit.
animal in the game. He's like the wolves and the monsters and stuff. He's like,
dude.
Look at his arms.
He's a meaty.
His arms have so many muscles. It's like basically if you took Arnold Schwarzenegger but made him even bigger, and then you just scrunched him down a little bit. Just like he kind of just went.
That's hilarious.
I mean, just look at him. His body is so big compared to his head.
Yeah. He's definitely a dwarf that
he looks
forges.
like his head is the only thing dwarf is his head.
I know.
Everything else in him is just gigantic. Holy crap, dude.
That's funny.
He's like Sylvester Stallone, but in a character, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Short. All right, so you're down to 53. You're doing pretty good. Some people like Brown Gent were trying to get through the whole first day without healing, but maybe one time.
Oh,
and
really?
But he ended up dying because he was trying to push it.
Yeah, you can't spread yourself too thin. I think I've got one more in me before I need to heal.
How much you have for you're plenty fine. 47 is plenty fine. This is the thing you have to understand. Almost every person I talked to in the Discord died on the first day, at least once. Almost everybody. Like 20, 30 people I talked to. Can you imagine? Imagine literally the majority of people dying the first day.
Yeah.
I did not die on any of my characters.
That's good.
Also in the Discord, they were talking about resetting the game today because there was some bug that happened. And I was like, don't reset the whole freaking game. I'm like, live with it, bro. It wasn't even that big a deal whatsoever. All that happened was there was a bug that allowed people to carry their skill points over from last season. So they kind of had extra skill points, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like a few extra skill points. I'm like, I don't care, dude. So they had a very tiny advantage for part of a day for an hour, whatever.
Yeah. Dude, come on. I need something that I feel like this guy misses a lot. Maybe it's just the game in general.
Well, it can be the characters that you play and is the game in general. Oh, you got something. Yeah. Make sure to hit take all.
Yeah.
Before
I definitely need to equip that.
And then go in there and equip. Well, the thing is that you don't have very good equipment. So it's really tough. You're going to miss a lot and they're going to hit you a lot, but they don't hit for very much.
Yeah.
The key the first day, number one, just this first day is just don't die. Just don't die. Okay. Everyone's so worried about make sure to use as many quests as you can before you heal. And you know what happens when you do that? You end up dying.
Yeah.
At some point, if you keep doing that, you're going to die and you're going to be so mad. Because I had a bunch of characters do that at the end of the season and they could have beat the boss and I ended up not being able to beat the boss with them. One of them beat the boss and the other ones didn't because they died twice right at the end.
I think this guy might die right now. I thought I had enough because I had 35, but I don't know.
So the thing is if you have 20 characters, that's okay if you only care about maybe one making it to number one. But if you want to make money, wouldn't you rather those 20 characters all just do pretty well? You know what I mean? As opposed to risking it and just keep dying. Because then when you're ranked 400, that's not going to pay you but $5 or $1. You want to be ranked 70 or 40 or 30.
Yeah. I'm trying to flee.
And the thing is that you want to try. Oh, there you go. Oh.
No, I'm going to die. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Okay, if this one doesn't make it, I'm going to die. Come on, one.
You can do it. You can do it. Yes.
God.
Yes.
Give me one.
Don't worry. Get out of there. Go heal. As I was talking about dying, you almost died. Heal all the way. Yeah, heal all the way there. Oh, my goodness.
Back to the prairie. All right, I've got 8 quests left. All right, Juan. Now's your time to shine.
So in case they do some stupid reset, then you're going to have to come back in and play again today, maybe. I don't know. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't want to reset a whole game, dude. Like after you start, like have some balls. You know what I mean? Play the damn game, whatever. Right now, Discord's everyone's complaining. When's the reset? You know why they're saying that? Because they probably died.
Right, exactly. Like
everyone's dying.
They need to see like who died and who didn't and how they're voting. Like,
No. What they need to do is just tell them all to eat a sandwich and go watch some fireworks and relax. You know, like eat a hot dog.
Eat a hot dog.
You know, look at this guy behind me. Do you think he cares about resetting the game? No, he's gonna rock and roll all night. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I love this artwork I made because it's part AI and part my own artwork that I just stole.
I've actually like done that a little bit because sometimes the images are weird.
Yeah, you found the mysterious forest. Ooh. So what people have been doing is they jump in the mysterious forest and then they go, oh, look how high I'm ranked. I'm in the top 20. And then they go back into the thing and they waste a whole fucking, because you waste quests doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all these people are going to get their butt kicked. I'm not doing that, man. It's like the kids in high school. They're like, if I drive my car off this like ramp, it's going to be awesome. And then they die. And you're like, how are you that dumb, bro?
Yeah.
Like, how are you that dumb? Like, I don't even get it. So, you can do it though.
I'm at 384 right now for my place, and I have 6 quests left, so that's not too bad.
What, it's ranked 384?
Mm-hmm.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. None of the rankings mean anything right now. Because the problem is that in the beginning of the game, it's giving people those bonus credits for going into Zone 2. But if they actually tried to fight monsters in Zone 2, they'd actually all die. So it's all stupid. It's all so dumb. Like they're all basically being little bees is what they're doing. And they all laugh in the Discord like, he, we're all a bunch of jackasses. And I'm just like, dude, I'm here to win the game, not like screw myself over. You guys are screwing yourself over by wasting quests. You know what I'm saying? Now, they might go in there and try to fight a monster and see if they can survive. That's a little bit ballsy. But this is the thing you have to understand, Erica. Last season, it was like level 4, Zone 2. Now Zone 2 is like level 7 or 6 or something. So it's even stronger than last year.
Yeah, that's good to know.
So the first 2 level zones of the game are harder.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff in the game has been adjusted a little bit, but that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of other alpha. Run, Juan, run. What a rush. Yeah, see, that was a big rush, right? And not dying. Rampage. Like, see, day 1's a success if you level up and don't die. See, because you're going to be able to level up. Make sure to pay attention to the XP at the bottom and level up as soon as you get that chance.
Yeah.
That's something you have to pay attention to.
Yeah, I made that mistake a couple times. Like I didn't.
Okay, so you guys in the chat right now, I'm going to have another quiz. I'm going to give 10 USDC to Erica because she's the only one that answered the Clint question correctly. This is the question I'm going to ask.
Barely.
And, part of the reason I'm doing these like this is because when we did all these quizzes in the beginning days, Bloater Punch would jump in and he would ask all these Disney questions. And I'm like, I got way better things than that. Okay. This is the question is what time does Clarissa's shift end? Okay. And if you need help finding it, you got to go watch Chad Vader. All right. Go Google Chad Vader, watch the first episode. What time does Clarissa's shift end? That is the question for you guys. And then whoever answers that first is going to win 10 Dolores of USDC, just free to you in your account. All right. And you can use that for like, your season fees or whatever. You got to pay or buying skills or whatever. You know what I'm saying in the game.
Yep. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to roll it forward.
And look at these cool people that helped. Ree and Alan, they were right where they're like, you got, and then I was the first person to say it, but they backed me up that the USDCE thing. And that's the thing, Eric, I agree. I hate crypto. It's so complicated for no reason at times. And you're just like, why can't we just push a button and like have it work? Right.
Yeah.
But now I know everything there is to know about Dragon's Crossing. And if something had reason I don't know it, I'll just summon all these people and like someone will figure it out.
Yeah.
Got a restraining order.
That's true.
Yeah.
Clarissa should get a restraining order. Oh, it's funny.
So
leveling up.
Clarissa should get a restraining order on Chad Vader. That's correct. In fact, she might in that. If you watch, you can watch. There's 8 seasons you can watch, and it's pretty funny. Like the first 2 seasons are pretty good. After a while, it becomes really wacky and weird, and maybe you like that too. But if you go on to Chad Vader and start commenting and say like Doug Hype sent me or Doug Chapin sent me, they're going to be like, hell yeah, they're going to be so excited, right?
Wait, do they still read the comments and everything?
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
Level
And if they don't, I'm going to screenshot the comments and send it to them. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if I should do a.
But they have
herbalist
new
one
shows
here.
now too. If you go to Blame Society and their YouTube channel, they have new shows like beer and board games and lots of cool stuff that are actually really nerdy but super cool. So we're gonna do that crossover at some point, Erica, where we cross over the Chad Vader universe with like this Web3 gaming universe, because they have games on you like shows on YouTube. It's called like Gaming for Pimps.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's like super funny stuff. It's like they're improv actors.
Yeah.
So you got the Gambler.
Roll a 6-sided dice. 3 or lower.
So
you know
he
what?
can award you all kinds of stuff. Like he can give you the one thing that he can give you that other people can't is like higher chance to hit.
Yes.
Oh no, I think that's bad. You got a 5.
Oh, it's bad?
Yeah.
Oh
Let me
no.
see.
Mother
Click close.
pepper. Yeah. I
Yeah,
got 2
minus
hit
2
points.
hit points. It can go either way. It's a gamble.
I was like, yeah, I got higher.
Clarissa's shift ends at 6 o'clock tonight. That's correct. Ren Pen, he's a winner. Bing, 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 bing. Rim, ding, ding, dong. Cheers to you. Woo, 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 woo.
Wave a hot dog in the air like you don't care.
That's right. Wayne's World Party Time. Excellent. Let's go. Clarissa Sif does end at 6. So that's when he's going to pick her up so they can discuss. What are they going to discuss? If you want a bonus free money for the internet, if you can answer me within 10 seconds of what they discuss on the date, you'll get another 5 USDC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Aw.
I don't think you got it. I don't think
It was wasn't it the laser checkout system?
The laser checkout system. Yeah. They're gonna discuss laser checkout system.
It's funny.
It is really funny. How they morphed like awkward, weird, everyday shit with like Star Wars, right? That's what improv's all about. I love that stuff. So that was like a fully scripted show, of course, but they did add a little bit of times.
Yeah, you have to. All right, one more quest.
453. He said it, but he said it too late, I think. Whatever. What I'll do is I'll give you 12 instead of 10, okay? You are the big winner of 12 USDC. Congrats. Sometimes there might be a delay until when I see it and when it pops up here.
It could be.
Oh, Red Pen's a girl. Hey, Red Pen, you rock. Sorry. Sorry to assume you're a dude. Did I say that?
You did.
Ren Pen, did you actually do it by the time I counted to 10 and then it just didn't show up on time? That's my question. I'm thinking that the answer is no, but like there might be a delay. Everyone assumes I'm a dude. Well, when your name's Ren Pen Acoustics, like Ren Pen, how could that be a real person's name somehow? Like, I don't know.
I actually got some loot this time.
No, I think had to pull up the video. Yeah, see there, I had to go back and watch it. But I'm going to give you credit for going back to watch it, okay? It's a laser checkout system, all right? Also, for $1 more, I'll make it 13. Ren is short for Lauren. Oh, that's cool. So this is the thing, guys, that you have to understand. I'll make it $13 USDC, Ren Pen. If you or anyone can tell me who is the person that made things float in the air in the Chad Vader TV show. This is a really tough question, Erica. They're going to have to do a huge amount of research.
Who made things float in the air?
Yeah, remember like the apple floated into his hand and then the flowers?
Yeah.
Like the force, it floated through the air.
Yeah.
Not the person in the show that did it. It was Chad Vader. I mean the person in real life that actually did the special effects. Can you tell me who it is in the chat? If you can tell me in the next 10 seconds, don't go and look at the crew list. You know who it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you going to say Ren Pen? Oh, that's a tough one. I didn't see the last part yet. Are you gonna type it? Tona Williams. Nope. It's not correct. No, the answer is me.
Give him the credit he deserves.
That's a good try though. Tona Williams was the camera person, cinematographer. Aaron Yonda, they started like listing the staff. I told you not to do that. That was my hint. Don't go and look at the crew. Doug did. Oh, yeah, I did that. I was the assistant director / producer person. So, like, this is how TV and film sets work, at least most of them, right? There's a director and, like, there's writers and people that are doing the creative stuff of saying, like, hey, I kind of want it to look like this. The assistant director is the person in charge of just running the whole project. They're the person actually doing the work. The director says, hey, this is kind of what I would like to happen, like in a creative way. The assistant director is the one that goes out and does it. Like it's like a job that has two halves. There's the director and the assistant director, and they both do the same job together. But the assistant director is not the creative one that's like directing the talent, because the director's in there directing the talent, doing all the creative stuff, telling like, Keanu Reeves, like, hey man, next time could you do it kind of like this? The assistant director is telling everyone how to adjust and do what the things that the director wants, how to do it and what to do. So that's what I did. And you're in charge of the whole goddamn set, really. And me and my friend John he was the other assistant director too. And it was a lot of fun. It was so great. And one of that jacket, you like to have to get dry cleaned up every week.
He just sprays some Febreze.
Use the force. But anyways, when you're in situations like that, you got to be creative. You got to think about, okay, we want an apple to fly. How do we do that? And how do we make it look like it's flying, or the flowers and stuff, right? So Febreze, yeah, this is actually getting warm in here right now. But that's the thing, is that like when you're in that role, you ever see the show Mythbusters, the guys that do all those like technical things, and their biggest job is they make Industrial Lights and Magic. They make props and special effects for movies. Like, so like when I say that, I mean like practical special effects and stuff, not like the CGI. They're the ones making the stuff you actually see in real life. Things explode, props, all that stuff. And Jamie and then those guys, between the two of them, they've worked on like thousands of films, right? Doing that. And you can see how magic they are with in their TV show. They can make anything because that's what they do in films. So I did that on a very simple version of obviously it's a very simple like amateur version compared to them. But it's a lot of fun to do that. You get together just like Web3 and you just make stuff happen, and everyone's like figuring it out. They'd be like, Doug, we need a character and a role for this and this and this. And I'd be like, I know the person for this, because I was in the theater department too and stuff. And I'd be like finding them actors, and like, it was just so cool. It was the coolest fucking thing ever. I just fucking love it. Okay.
It sounds fun.
Yeah. Okay, cool guys. Okay. So you have a few of these left, and I have to send you got to send me your oxes. Renpen, I think you already have my DM. Send me your oxes. So, Renpen, you're going to get 12 USDC, and Aaron, you're going to get 10 USDC, okay? Happy 4th of July, all right? You can go and buy yourself a sparkler.
My favorite.
Doug did. Oh, wow. Renpen actually won a hero, and when we actually gave away a Genesis hero on one of the streams, and Renpen won.
I was there.
Yeah, she's a really lucky contestant. And it shows if you show up, you win. Woot woot. Right now, we did this stream and we got so excited. I think we scared everyone away because we were like, everybody, Web3 gaming is the best. And let's talk about all this stuff. And they're like waiting for us to talk about Dragon's Crossing and the alpha.
Oh, yeah. But we had to talk. We had to talk about stuff that needed to be discussed.
The thing is, we got to talk about important things in life. And then we can talk about more specific gaming stuff. Plus, I want everyone to share all their gaming stuff that they're doing. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I'm going to go and hang out and play Spider Tanks with Classy, and we'll shoutcast at each other or whatever. But I mean, you saw in the intro video, you going like, Classy Games, you're the best. And Classy Games like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's how you do it. And then Stash is like, Web3, baby. And I'm just like, oh my God.
It just got me hyped. I was like, yeah. Dude, like, I wanted to watch it again, You know
what's funny? Were you there the first time I played it? And Stash was like, that was pretty good, but it's pretty long. That's what he said. I was like, you're so serious. That's what he said. He's like, Doug, that's pretty long, but it's good though. And I was like, Stash, can you not be serious for like 1 second, bro?
Yeah. No, it's all business.
No, he's all business. He's all business. Yeah. I love him. I love Stash so much. So
yeah, me too. He's a real one,
That's the thing, is he gives you like he's super honest all the time. He's super, super honest, which is very rare when it comes to this kind of work, right?
Yeah.
Plus, he's a secret agent. You wouldn't think he's honest. You'd think he's like a secret agent, and he was like on a prowl, and he's like, I'm gonna trick you, but in reality, he's not. So Renpen, good job on that. So are you gonna play the rest of your quest right now?
I already did.
Are they all gone? I'm sorry, I can't see. Okay, so then you leveled up too.
Yep.
Do you do that?
I already
while we're
leveled
watching?
up.
Okay, so
I already leveled up. I already did all my quests. I
so you
got
leveled up. Does anybody have any questions? We went. There is a stream we did last night where I go over a lot of the new season stuff, so people can watch that stream and they can get like the information from people and if they're curious and stuff too. But the big thing is here. Let me share my screen real quick, and here we go. The big thing is, where am I at? I'm going to share my screen now. The big thing is the skills are different. The cost amount is different. Even stuff like Berserk now, I think, is like people really like Berserk. Let me go to my Warrior and look at Berserk. People are freaking out saying Berserk's really good. Oh, I haven't learned Berserk yet, but here it is. So you increase hero bonus damage by 60% for +1 for 2 rounds. Decrease hero armor mitigation by 30% for 2 rounds. So that I think is better. I think Berserk's been improved where it gives you a benefit, whereas before it was kind of even. It kind of what gave you attack but took away a lot of defense too. Now I think it's a little bit more in favor of the offense and worth doing, and it's only 3 points to use, so that's good. I also have haste. This is the thing about haste is that I think it's a mage skill, and haste is like a mini flea. So what it does is it increases your quickness by 75% for 3 rounds. It increases hero chance to hit by a flat 15%. So you can use it to make you faster and hit better. Like, so if you fight a boss and you want to make sure you're the first person to hit, like at the end, like you're going to die, but you need to hit them first, you can make your quickness go way up and hit them first. Or you can use it if you don't have an auto flee and make your quickness super high and then flee and have a really, really high chance to flee. So it's a really nice one just to have one of these in your back pocket. And it only costs 3. And so when at the end of season 1 in our tier list, this was a S level skill because quickness was such a big deal. Hold on, I got to help my dog.
Dog.
She gets stuck all the time. She's
On
always
what?
getting stuck.
On
She's
what?
old. She gets stuck and everything.
Aww.
What? She's fine. She's just silly. She's on the couch. She's in places and she always getting stuck. And she's all like, "Someone help me!" And I'm like, "Well, you should stop getting stuck then." You know, like when dogs do something and you'd think they would learn to not do a certain thing, but then they do it 100 times a day, and you're like, "Do you?" Just
if she's old, that might be why. She might be just, losing her
it is
cognition.
Kind of that. But also, she's just kind of like that. It's like, dog, whatever. It's good times. I love dogs so much, the most. Dogs are the best. In fact, here, let me show you something.
Okay. Those are my fish in the background, everybody.
Check this out. I wonder if this will show up on the screen properly.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Where is
kind
it?
of. I can see a black dog in a hat and a hound dog in a hat.
It's picking out the dogs and like taking out the rest. Isn't that funny? See how he's like Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah.
And she's Dr. Watson.
That's very cute.
You can see it's on like a beautiful. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Strip has passed away, but he was the real life Sherlock Holmes. And he was a real life Sherlock Holmes. All he cared about was sniffing stuff out. He was on the prowl all the time. So good times. Dogs are fun. Yeah. And I did that photo shoot with them, a commercial photographer. So I'm like, I got to do a fancy like Sherlock Holmes photo shoot, right? So like that hat and like his pipe are actually in his mouth. All that stuff is in the actual shot, like really in his mouth. It was not.
Oh, for real? Oh, wow.
So someone held that, and then I photoshopped out the person, but it's really there. And people are like, think that, oh, you just photoshopped all that stuff in. No, that's what they were actually wearing for real.
That's interesting. You photoshopped the people out.
Because I want it to be as real as possible. Like he's a real Sherlock Holmes. He's going to wear the real deer hunting hat and have the pipe and everything and look like real. You don't want it to look janky and weird and like, I don't know, man. Practical.
Yeah.
I want to be practical. I want to be real. Even though I do like AI sometimes, I want everything as much as I can to be real, practical, like an artist does, right? Yeah. Erica, so you're going to go on boat. I'm going to go and drink some more beer lemonade and maybe take a nap. And I'm going to play some more Dragon's Crossing. Anybody that has questions and comments in the here can ask them. But we did a lot of that last night too, and this has been a lot of fun, Erica. We had a good day. Did you have fun today during the stream? Because you were kind of like the backbone. You stayed the whole time.
Yeah, I did. I had fun. The only time I didn't have fun is when I got confused about the USDC, but it was minor. It was minor.
Wasn't our fault.
No, It was
We
minor.
helped you.
I'm over it. I'm actually over it now.
Yeah,
now
you're
I
gonna
know
go
for
have
future
fun and
reference.
party.
Yeah, I'm not going
Go
to
have
party. I
fun
have to
and
work
party.
tomorrow early, but I am going to have fun on my paddleboard at night on the river, which is kind of freaky, but it'll be fine. There'll
You'll be all
plenty
right.
of other people
You're in
there,
Austin, Texas, man. Joe Rogan will save you out of the river. Don't worry about it.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, I know, right? You'd be like, why is this short bald man helping me in the river? I'll save you. I don't need to be saved. What's happening?
I don't need to be saved. I'm good. I'm good. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. On the way out, we're going to see you guys later. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Erica. You rock. Have a happy 4th of July, sparklers, fireworks, wherever you are, whatever country or planet or atmosphere you're in, you are awesome and you rock. And if you're in Russia or you're in France and there you got the riots, if you're in Chicago and you got all the smoke over you in New York, man, you rock. Don't worry about it, man. Give somebody a hug. I hope you have an amazing day. I love you guys. And I really appreciate you, Erica, and everyone coming on the show. We have so much fun. This has been just a blast, Erica. Do you have any parting words before we go?
Yeah, everybody stay safe out there tonight, and we'll see you soon.
And rock and roll!
You are watching Hype TV, the Metaverse Access channel.
Let me bring you up to speed.
I'm Doug Hype. I'm Aaron Rodgers' guru.
No way.
Wait. No, Dougie, you rock.
Some of the top games in the space.
The game is like, it seems to only have positives. Everybody seems to really like it. I never played Dungeons and Dragons.
There is evil here.
But hey, I'm addicted. I've got 15 heroes now.
Amazing.
He's got something up his sleeve.
I learned that I'm kind of an esports geek now. Classy Games, you did fucking
You
phenomenal.
don't get these opportunities often to be able to just have some of the best players in a game.
Like, that's just how you do it.
This is Web3 right here, baby. Let's go.
Don't forget to watch out for truckers. Let's go!
Baby, I'm pumped for Dragon's Crossing.
You are watching Hype TV, the Metaverse Access channel.